reviewing that show. We here to review that show. And if we think we can, we can still view that show. All the people be trying to view like us, but you know they can't. It's Marty, and that's it.
Review that show, bitch!
Yeah, we're recording now, motherfucker. That's why I was like absolutely quiet. I'm like, oh, he's talking. I'm about to say shit.
I see you, nigga.
Well, wait till this thing starts loading the fuck up. Okay, we Gucci.
Okay.
Yeah, man. What you about to say, though?
So, no, I was gonna ask. Something pretty crucial happens at the end.
Well, I just read it.
You read it?
Like, while you was just watching.
You
Young
read
Justice,
it?
And I was just missing like the last 10, 15 minutes. But yeah, I read what happened to poor little Khalil.
Yeah, I felt bad for him, though.
Yeah.
I was like, but nothing good was gonna happen for you, bro.
Nigga, you lucky you alive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I can see about that, yeah. You know.
But I did, yeah. I felt bad for you, boy.
We'll get to that, man. We'll get to freaking Khalil.
Yeah.
All right, well, welcome to the Reviewing Dat Show.
Welcome.
What's good, man? It's that actor guy, Mr. Bats in the building. What's goody, what's goody?
And this is your favorite host, Marty here. There's no pause because I don't have my partner in crime.
Yes, the FatGirlNola.
No FatGirlNola today.
No adorable asshole. No J.Steel today.
No.
It's just the Martys.
It's the Martys.
In the building.
You got them.
We're in this mug to talk some Young Justice, to talk some Black Lightning, to talk a little Punisher, and also to get to our emailer, Larry Universe, who wanted us to catch Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, Season 6, Episode 13, was it?
I think.
Yeah.
Beyond the Stars.
Yeah, guys. And you know what? Even if you're not into Star Trek, stay tuned and listen to this goddamn review on this show, because one thing that was genius about Larry Universe telling us to do this was that it is an episode that has nothing really to do with anything Star Trek, but in a way has everything to do with.
Yeah.
But it stands on its own. I'm gonna get into you know, I'm not even gonna say nothing else. Like, wait, that's gonna be the main event. We're gonna talk about that Star Trek. This was for you, Larry. Yeah, man. So what you want to start with? Let's start with some news first, and then we can get into some of the other things. I only got a couple of things I want to jump into and to cover. First up,
what we get?
they had this interview with Zachary Levi, who plays Shazam.
Shazam, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even realize that he was one of the Warriors 3 and 2 of the Thor movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
He was Fandral.
Yeah.
And like he was, prominent in the second one. And then, they were just murdered early in the third one.
Right, yeah.
And he was like, that's the best thing that could have happened to him, because if they would have lived, he wouldn't be Shazam.
True. Yeah. True. Yeah.
Nigga, I'd rather be a whole full-blown superhero my goddamn self than one of the Warriors 3.
Agreed. Yeah, it's sort of like if those are your options, who can argue that, right? So, yeah.
Ain't no argument, ain't nothing there, dog. I'm still amped for Shazam. I know you're like, we'll see. I'm
definitely
calling the shot. It's going to be good.
Well, here's the thing. I want to root for it. Like, I want it to succeed. I want to love it. You know what I'm saying? I want to just like it. I want to love it. Because if this is officially, I want DC to officially be on the road. To me, DC is the underdog. Yeah. And it's like, if this can happen, if this can genuinely hit in the right way, dude, they officially have their hit. They're officially not their hit. They're officially on the road.
They're officially competition again.
Right.
That's what it really is. Because for the longest they haven't been competition at all for Marvel. Not since Dark Knight.
Right. True. Right. But who could fuck with the Dark Knight? But okay, let's not even get
Dark Knight Rises made more money though, which is trippy. Like, really, since Christopher Nolan left,
I'm going to stand here in front of you and read from the book. I'm sorry. I love the movie. I love it.
Sorry.
I know.
fuck with the Nolan verse.
I fuck with it.
I even fuck with Man of Steel, and that's where it stops. Like for me, after Man of Steel, then everything got dicey, and then they got hit. Then they got hit with Wonder Woman. Okay. Wonder Woman got a hit, and then then we got Justice League, which was like oddly.
I didn't hate Suicide Squad.
I didn't hate Suicide Squad, and I didn't hate Justice League, but it's more of a, I don't take Justice League seriously. When I watch Justice League as a film, no. When I watch Justice League as a cartoon that just happens to have real people in it, yes. It's an awesome episode of Justice League Unlimited.
It's almost, this ain't even like a backhanded compliment. It's just like a backhand.
It's an awesome animated episode, dog. Like, you look at the story and imagine they were animated and see everything that happens and what goes down. I'm like, oh shit, I would watch this. I would watch this motherfucking animated Justice League. You know? It wasn't like awful, it just was like not good.
Yeah.
Like Batman vs. Superman.
That wasn't good. That wasn't good.
Only thing about Batman vs. Superman that was good was Wonder Woman.
And that Batman
fight.
That
Batman fight.
Yeah.
Well, really, it's Batman. Because Bruce sucked in Justice League.
Yes.
But Ben Affleck gave a fucking Batman vs. Superman.
Oh, yeah. He thought he was building something there, man. Dude. He was like, man, I'm going to be directing my own movie and starring as Batman. I better get this shit right.
As much as J.Steel hates Ben Affleck, I still say in Batman vs. Superman, he was a pretty good Batman for what that story called for, what the writing was, what the direction was. Because it's like I stand by Henry Cavill with Superman as if y'all had a different director and a different writers, you would be a great Batman and Superman combo, both of you. Henry Cavill would be an awesome Superman under like freaking Guardians of the Galaxy director or some shit. You know what I mean? Under a different director.
If you squinted.
No.
Him
smiling in Justice League took that up 5 notches that he could be Superman.
Which version of him smiling? The real one or the fucking CGI version of him?
Both.
Nah, man, fuck them all.
I mean, he was ugly, but he still looked natural smiling.
He was undoubtedly the best thing about Justice League, in my opinion. Like, I thought we got to see some dope-ass layers that we would never fucking see again.
Pause, wait a minute.
What?
You say he's the best thing about Justice League, and then he, like, show up 2 hours in or some shit. Just throwing it out there, talking shit.
No. That is exactly true. And what does that say about the fucking movie? Okay. Bats just teed us up. Boom, baby. You better catch it in the stands. But true. I'm like, no, for real. Like, he comes in and he's fucking scary. It's like, how y'all gonna stop this nigga? And we got fucking skating ass Flash trying to run past him and he's turning his head and it's like, this shit is dope. I'm like, hold on now. You ain't gotta, you take it easy on Wonder Woman. Now she's pregnant. But no, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. But
I am mad that Superman could catch Flash in any capacity because my nigga, I love the scene of Superman seeing him. That's cool.
Right.
But if he was to come at Flash, even though I guess it's supposed to be young Flash who hasn't got all his shit together yet.
Look how he ran, man.
Yeah, he's whack. But like in my mind, like whenever they say who's fast between Superman and Flash, it's always Flash. That's his power. Superman is fast. Wonder Woman is fast. But Flash's power is to be the fastest man alive. He can literally go back in time. Superman can't go back in time. That's not what he do. The closest he did that shit was when he spent the world around on Superman the movie, and that was some whack shit that would really murder people if he really did that. But son. So it's like, no, you can't touch my dog Speed, dog. So that kind of pissed me off in a lightweight nerd fashion. But did you get a chance to catch that Reign of Superman I sent you?
No, I haven't caught it yet. What?
Cool movie.
You dug it.
I dug it. Did you watch the Death of Superman animated joint?
Yes.
So yeah, it
leads right into it in a perfect way. Yeah,
it builds on it. I mean, like if you ever read those comics, it condenses a shitload of shit. But that's what those animated films do.
Yeah.
I'm amped that they supposed to be doing like a last Halloween animated film. That's gonna be crazy.
What's last Halloween?
Man, it's Batman story, man. With that basically feature like it was like if I remember, it's like a year long. I think the backdrop is like the Two-Face story as well as all the Rose Gallery appear because someone's killing somebody, I think, on the holidays. I remember reading this comic book a long time ago, and it's fucking... A few of them I start mixing up into each other, but if I remember right, it's a slick side Two-Face origin mixed in with a whole bunch of other shit.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Let me see if this is correct. 13-issue American comic book limited series. It was a blah, 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 taking place during Batman's early days of crime fighting. The Long Halloween tells the story of a mysterious killer named Holiday who murders people on holidays, one each month. Yeah, okay. Working with District Attorney Harvey Dent and Captain James Gordon, Batman races against the calendar as he tries to discover who Holiday is before he claims his next victim each month, while attempting to stop the crime war between two of Gotham City's most powerful families, Maroni and Falcone. This novel also acted as a reintroduction. Yeah, and it also serves as a Harvey Dent. Yep. I want to spoil this since because I was afraid reading that because I'm like, okay, I know what happens in this, but I don't want to say too much. But I remember it was a dope ass comic book, bro, and I'm like we said off mic. The one thing that DC has consistently done well are the animated films.
Every single time, man, they knock it out of the park. And the cool thing about it too is sometimes there's like a run and there's a bit of continuity between most of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's at least a long run where like Damian is pretty much like in every version. Like they don't forget that now Batman has a son. You know what I'm saying? It's always addressed, or hey, so how's it going? Like that's how everybody approaches it. But
did you see the drop in Young Justice, or did you get to that little sneak yet?
Wait, which?
There's like a lightweight shout out to Damian and Young Justice, but maybe it's in the next episode that you didn't see.
Oh no, it was in the one before. Oh, girl just can't die, huh?
Who that?
Halo.
No, we gonna get to Young Justice. I just want to make sure you caught that. She brought up Damian always been in lore now. Now he's
a little baby and I caught it.
Yeah, that Jason Todd in that little scene too. But what you saying?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What was I talking about? What were we talking about again?
You were talking about how
hi Marty.
Both Martys are hi Marty.
Yeah.
But no, man, you were talking about how the animated films, how they had the continuity, and how even Damian has been played a prominent role now. Because when we was growing up, he had no son. But now for the new generation, they're gonna be used to. It's like with Miles, they're gonna be used to Miles. We ain't had no Miles. They're gonna be used to Damian. We ain't had no Damian. We just had Dick Grayson, Nightwing, and really we had up to Tim. We just didn't know we had Tim.
I mean, Tim Drake, right?
Tim Drake, yeah.
He was, for me, definitely a late addition. But they always get it right, man. And I'm kind of looking forward to see whatever it is they kind of got in the chamber. I hear that there's a Wonder Woman movie on the docket at some point. Yeah, animated Wonder Woman movie.
Yep.
So I'm kind of looking forward to that too. Because there hasn't really been a Wonder Woman movie since
been a while.
Yeah, I can't remember the one that I think her name is Carrie Russell, Felicity. Felicity. Yeah, she
voiced Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she voiced Wonder Woman.
Okay, I thought you were about to tell me some offshoot Wonder Woman film or TV show she was in. I knew nothing about. Like, when the fuck was Felicity Wonder Woman? Like, huh?
She voiced her, and then Rosario Dawson was.
She was a nice voice for her. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, she did it. She did she was one of the what do you call them? The folks.
Amazons,
yeah. She was one of those.
Marty, you got a long short head, man.
Yo, wow,
you gotta get together.
All right, yeah, I'm trying. I'm coming. I'm catching up. You know what'll help? Here we go.
And he gonna like that bitch, stupid.
That's not gonna help. That's only gonna exacerbate it.
On the FlyWithBats Podcast, we have to say we the potty mouth podcasters, and I gotta say Marty Edwards is an honorary potty mouth podcaster.
Yeah,
he's been grandfathered in, man.
Badge with honor.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm amped about to see where DC goes with the animated joints.
Yep.
Like I said, Young Justice, they've been killing it with that. But Deadpool 3, apparently they're still moving forward with Deadpool 3. Even though
I thought it was supposed to be an X-Force movie.
Oh, that got canceled.
Oh, really?
It's like I think we talked about it on FlyWithBats, or maybe we didn't. I don't know. But like Gambit, like a bunch of Fox joints got canceled. Gambit got canceled.
Thank God.
Yeah. No, we talked about it on the last episode. We talked about Gambit got canceled, but I didn't bring up how a bunch of other things that were.
Oh no, we didn't say it got canceled. We said old boy was
Oh, you wanted to still direct it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's canceled now.
Officially, no. See, that's the part we didn't say.
Okay.
It was announced that it was canceled, and then he came forward and said, "Well, I direct my own version if it came down to it." But bitch, if Marvel have the rights, You need to, instead of saying you're going to direct your own version, go suck some Kevin Feige dick. And hopefully he'll let you in. But I highly doubt they're going to just go with a solo gambit while they're still trying to establish a whole new X-Men. Yeah. They might start him young for all we know. You hear me? But,
wow. This is this is going to be fun.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting, dog. But like, only thing that's surviving from Fox is the New Mutants movie that's gonna actually come out, and the last X-Men, Dark Phoenix, they're gonna actually let that come out. But then all you guys are gonna just disappear. Your world is destroyed. But in a recent interview with Variety, Ryan Reynolds revealed that development on Deadpool 3 had already started. Unsurprisingly, he didn't give many details away, but he did suggest that the film won't be what is usually expected from a third part of a successful franchise. We're looking to go in a completely different direction. Oh, fuck. Often they reboot or change a character maybe like 4 movies too late. It had previously been reported that Deadpool might appear in an X-Force movie ahead of Deadpool 3, with Bad Times at the El Royale's Drew Goddard directing. However, earlier this month, Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld revealed that X-Force had now been canceled due to the impending merger between Fox and Disney. Fox currently owned the rights to all X-Men characters. As for Deadpool 3, the film does not have a release date and hasn't been confirmed if director David Leitch would return. Okay, son. Now, the fact that Ryan Reynolds talking about it means he knows something that we don't. When they say a whole new direction, I feel like, so get ready for an actual PG-13 version of this instead of the fake one that they put out on DVD recently.
Yeah, the fucking Deadpool Christmas shit. Or,
did you watch it? Once a part of Deadpool or some shit?
No, I well with A-List I was somewhat tempted, but I didn't give in, and it came out on DVD and Blu-ray, and I was tempted to just give it a watch, and I didn't, and you know I'm curious, but it's I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird shit going on right now over there, feels. I was excited about the X-Force, didn't know that was canceled, so, you know, sad face.
But they said that, cool. They said that, so you know what the setup is for that one part of Deadpool, right? It's Princess Bride.
Yeah, they're doing it that way, but they're telling the same story.
Well, no, they just have, remember Princess Bride, Fred Savage was, he was a little boy, he was getting the story told to him, et cetera, et cetera. Right. So Deadpool has him kidnapped as an adult now, and he's telling him the story of Deadpool 2. And he's saying all of the Deadpool Fred Savage footage is hilarious.
Right.
But because it's new shit.
Yeah.
But it suffered from, they shot and wrote a rated R film. So it's not like they went back and wrote new things. They just kind of cut up shit so it wouldn't be like they say they shot like small shit, but for the most part they really just took out certain things from the rated R version, gutted it, and just picked up certain things at different places, which fucked up certain jokes. Right. Like a few of the reviews was like, man, like it's not that Deadpool can't be PG-13. It's that you have to from the onset write a PG-13 film. Not try to gut a rated R film and try to use the same jokes that won't work because they're off the pretense of the rated R material.
A post-conversion of the rating, that's not going to work.
That don't make sense.
No.
Especially in anything like that. You could probably get away with it with something else, but not with something like Deadpool. Because it's part of its thing. It leans into its rated R in its extreme nature. Because I'm thinking, let's say a horror movie has a lot of gore in it. You can strip a lot of that gore out, keep the same story, and it could probably get a lower rating. You know what I'm saying? It's still essentially the same thing. It's for some reason with horror, sometimes what you don't show can be even more scary.
Right. There are ways around it there.
Yeah, but not in this character is the raunchy one.
This is the brand. Yeah, you can't. It's not possible. But
I think PG-13 Deadpool is possible though. I think it's possible. Yeah.
I don't know if I want it. I think is what it is.
He endured as a character before he was XXX, and now all of his comic books are like fuck, bitch, shit. You can do a PG-13 Deadpool. It's just you gotta get so close. It's all in the writing. I always say that it's all in the writing.
Yeah, very true. That's really what it comes down to most times. So I don't really want that, but okay.
It's gonna happen, bro. You know it. Marvel's universe is not gonna put out a rated R film.
No,
I do not believe that's gonna ever happen.
I don't think so either.
They want them ducats.
They do. But then, yeah, you're right. God damn it, man. All right.
Congratulations to Ryan Coogler, Black Panther.
Yeah, Best Picture nomination.
How they hit you, man?
Oh yeah, I talked about that today, man. I was really excited.
Well, you recorded your 30 today? Your 90?
Yeah.
That's why you came over high. You just finished your 90.
Yo,
now it makes sense.
Yo, I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just.
Y'all talk about this. Your 90. But what you saying, son?
But yeah. Super excited about it. I said, I can say this part. Well, I felt like this was just historically, as Arrogant Observer had to point out, first comic book movie to be nominated for Best Picture. Great, wonderful.
Technically.
Because
Dark Knight kind of,
Technically. So, this sort of feels like it's set up to lose.
It will lose.
I don't think it's gonna win.
It's not gonna win.
It's not gonna win.
I think the prestige is in the nomination.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it's about. And this to somebody who made this decision, and this is me. Maybe this is my nutso conspiracy theory, but this is somebody's idea of all those times where there was no color, no representation. This counts as 5.
Yeah.
No, it does not.
It doesn't.
But that's what someone thinks.
And you're stupid.
And it's like you're setting this up to it's gonna lose.
You're not going
there.
You're not going to give a comic book movie a Best Picture now.
You're not gonna do it.
At least not that one. Now,
it's really not going to be that one.
Because the thing is, because I saw some people like kind of frustrating me. I was like, man, we get it's a affirmative action nomination we must have got. They only gave it to us on some politics. I'm like, out of all the mediocre white movies that have been nominated for this shit, y'all niggas gonna actually be mad when a black movie finally get it. And when you look at the impact, look, first and foremost is this, dog. On paper, whether you love the movie or hate the movie, on paper, it deserves to be nominated for fucking something. It was in theaters for like 6 months. It changed culture to a strong degree. Look at all the blackness that we have now. Look at the money it made off of a solo character that barely anybody knew. You heard me? Avengers movies are, that's everybody. This is one nigga. Y'all didn't even know about this nigga. Motherfucking students were getting bust. This was like a cultural thing that happened. You heard me? So you can't take out the financial, you can't take out the cultural impact. The story was fucking good, so it's like one of those things was like
the visuals, the fucking music, dude. Just to
Kendrick
make
Lamar got nominated too.
Did he? Oh yeah. What was it? For All the Stars or something like that?
One of them joints. I just saw the headline. Okay. He was nominated for one of the joints off the soundtrack.
Dude, just to make myself smile from time to time, dude, I will just motherfucking play the nigga when we first get the fucking gun, nigga. I just play that shit, nigga, just to be happy.
That should be how people wake up.
Hell
I should be my alarm like when it's time to wake up. I'll just take a deep breath and go, it's morning.
Yeah.
Morning in New Orleans. But yeah, dude, so on paper, dog, I'm saying look at Ryan Coogler. That man is 32 years old. If you look at the behind the scenes and everything that went into getting this movie made, all the work he put in, all the work his team put in, dude, he deserves something. So if he doesn't win best picture, dog, do not shortchance us. Let black people have this one because we actually deserve this one and more. So I'm trying to be like, well, why didn't Beale Street get it? Why they both couldn't get it? Why you gotta put the black shit against each other and not take out one of these mediocre white films? So fuck that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm with that. Now, my other thing was, granted, I think besides, I saw Black Klansman, of course. But besides...
Which also, I can't believe this is first time Spike Lee is getting a Best Director nomination.
I'm excited about that.
That don't even make no fucking sense.
That's what I had to look it up because I was like, I thought he got nominated for Malcolm X. Just Denzel. And I'm like, oh wow, for real. So
I think he got a screenplay nomination. Or something
he's got like a
not Best Director.
And Arrogant Observer pointed out he got some sort of honorary Oscar
last year. Last year he had an honorary Oscar, but no, this off his merit.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Like, this is the one that count.
Yeah.
This is the one that count, man. This is cool, man. I'm happy for him.
And some people's wondering about John David not being nominated for Best Actor, since most of the people that are nominated, whose Best Pictures get nominated, oftentimes the lead actor gets nominated. Not to stand by, dog. I don't think it wasn't his time yet.
Yeah,
it's just not his time.
I said it at some point somewhere.
No, we had a whole conversation about it. That's why we don't need to. Like, I don't want to regurgitate. Right. Cool. I think we both were in agreement that it didn't feel like an Oscar turn. Yes. It just is what it is.
Yes.
You hear me? But
cool. All right.
But no,
I'm glad we agree.
I don't know what's gonna win Best Picture though, because if Black Klansman won, I wouldn't be mad. Shout out to Adam Driver though. I think Adam Driver deserved the supporting from Black Klansman. I think he deserved.
The nomination.
I liked him getting nominated for Best Supporting for his role in Black Klansman.
It was
He's gonna lose to Mahershala, but still.
You think? You think so?
Mahershala's gonna get that.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know. I'm happy. I'm happy for the nomination. What I was thinking of is like he was. Let me try to stick my brain on one thing. Yes, this is one of the first performances where I really liked Adam Driver, or you know what I mean, where I just was able to put past like all of the relationship to everything else
that he's done. You're right. You're right.
Just zero in on what he was doing right here in this moment in front of me. And that's not always an easy thing.
Because I wasn't even thinking about Star Wars when I was watching him. I just thought he just killing his character.
Or girls, or his ties to Lena Dunham. I mean, this whole... It was a whole turn for him. It was something completely brand new. Now, Mr. Bats has kind of stepped away. I want to take over the show and say that... I'm calling it right now. Don't tell anybody. Black Panther's going to win for Best Picture. I've put a glitch in the system. I've stuffed the ballot box. You don't know. Hey there, Bats. You don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, what the fuck? What shit you just was talking? What shit you just was talking?
Nothing, man. I was just telling everybody how Black Panther's awesome.
The one that you didn't like at first. But, yeah.
I lost count of how many times I've seen it after 16. That's what I told myself.
But, yeah, man, I'm just like, dude, I just stand by, like, it. I feel like we didn't get a pity nomination. Like, them people put in their work.
Oh, it was well earned.
Let us do us.
It was deserved.
And I can't wait for more things to get nominated. I didn't see Beale Street.
I didn't need another thing on the list.
Yeah, I heard he had... I'm not going to say that. I was mad what someone told me. Because I hate when people tell me certain things about a movie, and they don't realize they're spoiling it. But the way my brain works, I'm like, I don't need to know anything, dog. I'm a story writer. I'm a filmmaker myself, so oftentimes... we watch films differently.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's already a struggle to turn up our brains when we watch half the shit we watch. But then when you already set me on a course of, oh man, you're going to love the ending. Oh man, you're going to hate the ending. Oh man, the ending was sad. Oh man, the ending was exciting. Or whatever the fuck you got to say, like, you already put me in the mode.
Emotion, yeah.
Because I'm going to be thinking, okay, when the ending comes, it's going to go in whatever way. It's
going to be this. And it's like, nah, man, you killed my expectations. You could have just...
Oh really? You just spoiled me, because now I'm already like not even killed my expectations. Now you got me expecting it to be this way. So when it ends up exactly how you say, I'm like, see, you got to have a certain ride with the film that I didn't get to have. Like I really, like I said, son, I'm really, like I said on the last episode about like I hate being late to films, and you know what I mean. I didn't want to get too deep into that, but it's been a few films that the past couple of films I've been late to, missing the first few minutes, not under my own power, but it just blows me because it is an experience. That's like when I'm watching certain things with people, I'm like, no, man, don't be on your phone. Look at the screen because it's a visual medium. You might miss something. You know what I mean? I don't like missing parts because I want to be able to connect every motherfucking dot. You dig? So, yeah. Yeah, man. Stick to the ride, man. Let's stick to the ride. But Young Justice.
This is Kat Grant reporting live for GBS from the Markovian Royal Palace.
Meta-human trafficking is an international scourge. Children and teens are being abducted.
The way our daughter was. We have confirmation. On multiple worlds, Earth's metahumans are being deployed by the enemy as weapons of mass destruction.
Intel was on the money, Oracle. It's definitely another meta-human trafficking lab. Then let's shut them down.
I fear our operation may have been compromised.
Good luck. And welcome to the jungle.
Bulletproof. That's annoying.
We are on a mission in space.
Just like the Justice League.
Let's run it again.
Dick, we might want to...
Noted. We just want to leave.
Your trespass must be punished. Wrong answer. Young Justice Outsiders.
Young Justice. How you feeling about it? I told you it's the reason why I got DC Universe. What's your first? You got to about episode 8.
Yeah.
The one thing I do want to say that I love and is very intriguing to me is the fact that we actually got to grow with these characters. If you think about it, we're looking at grown ass Nightwing leading his own team as an adult, but we really started season 1 with Lil As Robin.
Lil As Robin, yeah. Like not being able to be let into the Hall of Justice, having to wait outside. I mean,
it really started with him, Wally, and Calder.
I know it's it was man. It's just been one hell of a journey. It feels like, and a lot of time sort of I guess when passed in between the first season and the second season, and then there's just been that long ass journey, man. Yeah, you're right, dude. When you think about it, it's a wow moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a show that, like I was saying, earlier. I don't know if it was on mic or off mic. It started off consistent from the very very beginning. It knew what it wanted to do. It knew where it was gonna go, and it sort of had a plan, and like that plan was executed perfectly. And what I like about this season 3, I don't remember it as well because I feel like the first 2 seasons were maybe kind of geared toward teenagers.
It really, just grew.
It just grew. Basically, the show just grew up.
It grew with this audience. It's like I felt like the first season was for maybe like 13 or 14-year-olds. Right. But then the second season got a little darker. Remember we had the whole scene where we thought niggas died and shit. Mm-hmm. They had turns. So it like went up to like 16, 17.
Legitimate consequences.
Now we in this one and they got full-blown sexual innuendo and shit. You know what I mean?
They're pretty much just like cutting at the sex parts. I mean, we know what he's going into that hotel room to do.
Bro, we see him in the fuck.
And then they wake up in the bed. We know it was good.
Bro, dude told her.
They murder motherfuckers.
Yep.
Like, girl has gotten murdered
at least 5 times.
Like at least 5 times.
Hell, yeah.
Brutally. Every single time.
And they make sure that hers is brutal since they know they can bring her back. So since we know we can bring her back, let's murder her so awfully and show it.
Yeah, man. This show has gotten like hella fucking violent, dude.
It grew with its
danger.
audience.
Yeah,
that's why I just keep saying, buddy.
Audience, nigga.
Dude, and
danger's
the story,
grown.
Dog, and the story too, son. Like it's just interesting to see where they are because season 1, season 2 had years passed, and this one has years have passed. And you know when you catch somebody when you're playing catch up with the people's lives, it's always interesting because you don't know where people are standing. And you know, like when you first see Tigress, used to be Artemis, Tigress and Clone 1 Roy living in the same house. My first mind was like, well, what the fuck, man? That's Wally's girl, bro.
Not cool, man.
Not cool, but then you find, I don't know if you gotten that far yet, but you find that they just living in a house together. They're not getting it popping.
Yeah, they like sleeping in different rooms and stuff too, which which was kind of clear in the beginning. Just the fact that they were in the same crib, I guess, was kind of.
It just was off point because you see them two and her niece. And we can't remember if that's with if that's Roy's kid too, but you know we see them all together, look like a family shit. But she does look at the Wally picture, which is like, yeah, nigga, I still got love for Wally. But there's one scene in this one episode where Lynn, that Black Dynamite's ex-wife on this show, Black Dynamite, Black Lightning, I say Black Dynamite.
I didn't even get
but Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community, but. She calls him on like, you sure you ain't got a thing for her? And Roy get all nervous and shit. And I'm like, Roy, be cool, dog. Be cool, Roy. Don't be getting no thing for no Tigress. Because the way Flashes work, they be coming back and shit. And I just really feel that Wally's going to come back before the end of the season. And you don't be weird, nigga.
I hope Wally comes back. But that's gonna be that's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
thought you were dead, dude. It's been years.
You were dead, man. Sorry.
I had to tap that.
I had to. But yeah, no, it's on a great little roll, man. I mean, it has me on the edge of my seat. I'm in fear for the characters. I'm joyous, and I'm emotionally on the ride with them. You know, when there's a success, when they started to like work together as a team, when old boy gets his first little costume and stuff like that. Geoforce. That's the guy. That's his name, right? Yeah, Geoforce. Yeah. That's his code name.
When they first brought him in, the doctor was like, "Oh my God, he's using the geological forces to." She said that at one point when his powers first started, and I laughed. One thing I love about this show is they bring the most smallest characters into the light.
Oh, really? Was he a smaller character in the...
Well, Geoforce, I didn't mean him in particular, but yeah, he's not the big movie, but yeah, he's not the biggest character. Halo was a white chick in the comics, and they made, I think, I guess, Indian or whatnot. I think she's Indian or Arab, one of the two. And she's a little bit different. I like what they're doing Black Lightning, but because even there's one episode where they had like Tim Drake Robin with Arrowette, which is this smaller Arrow character. Spoiler, who is like in the comics, you know, she was Robin for a little while, but she became a character. She was a vigilante. Spoiler. Had a thing for Tim. Originally got killed, was brought back in the New 52. I think she's never been Robin now, but it's only Spoiler. But like they've never really showed Spoiler in cartoons. That's a chick in the white. And then that orphan who was Batgirl for a little while, the one that couldn't speak, super ninja chick. I don't think I've ever seen her in the cartoons. So it's really cool that through Young Justice, they get to not only give us new spins and new flips on the characters we know, like Nightwing, like Kid Flash, and like Superboy, but they also get to, you know, get into these lesser known characters and give them equity.
Oh yeah, they're that's pretty much how I got introduced to like Superboy, was actually this cartoon.
Oh, so you had no connections to this version of Superboy before?
No, I didn't even really know like that there was like a lore of a Superboy who was, you know, half Kryptonian, half human, you know, with Lex Luthor's DNA. It's like I didn't realize that was like a storyline somewhere, like beyond this. Like, it's my first introduction to it, and I mean it just and
there's two Superboys.
There's two Superboys?
There's one in the 90s that like wore this leather jacket. He popped up around the death. You're going to meet him when you watch Superman. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But he popped up in the 90s. He had the shades, the leather jacket, the one earring, you know what I mean? Full-blown 90s cool kid. Yeah. And he was Superboy. That was lore for a minute. But then they, you know, how DC go, they rebooted it and they went in a different direction. That's how we got the counter Kent version, which is what you know from, you know, Young Justice, yeah. And it's the same story, basically. Cadmus creation, Lex and Clark, or Lex and Superman. Okay. But, yeah. And
I'm digging. I'm missing the, I guess, what is the League out of the loop in all of this? I mean, and we got this outsiders crew, if you will.
And yeah, they do that flip. And, basically, like, they're doing, you know, metahuman trafficking is happening, and you know, like Dicky on his own kick because he left the Young Justice crew to be on his own kick like in the last season. So he's recruited his people. Batman was like, man, I'm trying to do my shit my way, so I'm about to recruit my little squad and do my thing. And
Batman Inc.
Aquaman is now Calder. And he's like the leader of the Justice League proper. You know what I'm saying? So he got his actual Justice League squad and they doing their thing. Meanwhile, like Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, and classic Justice League, they out in space because that shit that went down last season when they were in space at that trial and shit just went to fuckery.
Right.
So it's like we have all these characters playing parts, all these spinning parts. And they keep introducing even more characters on top of things.
Yeah, and it just, I don't know, man.
But it still works.
Yeah, it still works. They know how to do it. Super excited. I can't wait to see more.
What standouts you got so far from watching the first 8 episodes?
I mean, Halo for one, man. I'm just like, dang, man. I wonder if we're going to finally, if she's going to, I don't know, tell us or just enlighten us a little bit more about her past and sort of what was going on there. Or if we've seen all that we're going to find out there. She's like a standout. I'm also intrigued to figure out what happened with Beast Boy becoming this sort of TV or movie star.
Yeah.
I'd love to kind of dive into that a little more.
Question mark, man, because I don't want to get him confused. Was Beast Boy in Young Justice season 1 and 2? Was Beast Boy like a main character? Because now they all just like mesh in my head. Because I don't want to get Teen Titans mixed up with Young Justice.
He was, I believe we met him in season 1, and then he became a main character in season 2.
So he was a main character though. So now he's just really estranged then. So he went from being part of the team proper to just being on some movie team.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, Beast Boy, we'll see.
But it seems like I don't know what's going on there. That's why I'm kind of like I'm really curious to get more, because remember, so I think what happens is in season 1, he's on a farm or something with his mom, and the team goes there, and Miss Martian gives him her blood.
And that's how he turned green. That's
how
what
he turned green.
I remember all that shit.
Remember that?
All right, yeah.
And then in season 2, he goes to live with them in at the wherever their home base is or whatever. And he's under Miss Martian's care, right? And
okay, so I'm curious about that too. I wonder if they're gonna put in Cyborg because they mentioned his name.
Do they? Did they mention his name?
He was on the radio. They were talking about how he was playing. Somebody was listening to football on the radio, and Vic Stone scored some touchdown.
Oh, really?
And also, they sent something to Star Labs to his paw. So they've had 2 Cyborg at least references on this show, and it is kind of curious that they have all these characters, but Cyborg has not been on the show yet, even in none of these seasons. So I'm wondering if they're going to bring Vic in at some point. Very curious, very intrigued, very excited to see where it goes, like you said.
Another standout. Sorry, one more. Forger.
And he's actually a character on The Outsiders.
Is he?
Yep.
I like Forger.
Yeah,
he's awesome. Forger chills with. Forger has chosen his hive.
His squad.
His squad.
Yeah. So if you're not subscribed to DC Universe, catch it on DailyMotion.com, man. Like Young Justice kicking ass, dog. All the seasons on there. Where are you watching your Young Justice?
I was watching it on a site that apparently went down.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it typically resurfaces, but it's called Series 9. Whatever domain they're holding that week.
Yeah.
It was IO this last time. I don't know what it's going to be when it comes back. We'll see. But that's where I used to go. It was really reliable. I don't know.
If you've never watched Young Justice, highly recommended. Watch season 1 and season 2 and trust. You're going to definitely want to delve into all this shit in season 3, dog, because it never fell off. The fucking show was canceled because the toys weren't selling. But like we said, the show got too mature for the audience that bought toys. Yeah. So those little kids that buy toys ain't watching Young Justice. They watching Teen Titans. Their big brothers and big sisters are watching Young Justice, and they're not buying toys. You should have made a video game. You probably would have got much further if it's merchandise that was the issue.
Looking for,
or T-shirts or something. There's a way to freaking sell to the older crowd fuckers. Goofiness.
Yeah, it took them a while, but they figured it out, and somehow we got the show back, which I'm extremely grateful for.
They just needed material on their freaking fledgling app.
Yeah.
Streaming service, if we can call it that.
If we can call it that. It's in the early stages, man. I keep thinking back to the early Netflix days, and it's like, it's early Netflix.
You hear about Netflix raising its prices and Hulu dropping them in response?
Yeah.
Your new bitch is really trying to woo you, huh?
I mean, I told you, man, we getting married. It's gonna be an event. You welcome to come. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be catered. We're gonna do it small at first. We're gonna go down to the Justice of the Peace and just sign the papers. But afterwards, we gonna party, baby. Movies and shows for everybody.
So Marty, you gonna take Hulu's last? You gonna be Marty Hulu?
Oh yeah, I'll take Hulu. Yo yeah, you call me Hulu from now. Marty Hulu
in this bitch.
504.
Nothing
but green lighters for everybody.
Oh man, if you're out on the streets and you're looking at me,
nigga. Okay,
go push my dog off.
Yeah, don't do it.
Punisher.
Why did you help me in the bar that night?
was I supposed to do? I had to get involved. Here's what it is, I guess.
You know, it's almost like you were happy for the excuse.
Who are those people?
I don't know.
I think you're hiding something.
They killed everybody that I've ever cared about. How do you think that feels?
Trust me, I know. A friend of mine betrayed me. I dreamed about the Punisher every night. He thinks that he has the right to judge me. I want him to feel what I felt.
We have a mutual acquaintance. I'm gonna cast on the girl.
Billy Russo's back. And he has an army. Frank, people are gonna die. I'm gonna end it.
What if Billy kills you?
I'm not the one who dies, kid. I'm the one who does the killing.
She's got some serious issues.
Let me be what I'm meant to be. Go get something to eat.
I'll need some money. Not suspicious at all.
You said you episode 5. How you digging it so far?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I am digging it.
It's like
two things.
This is Marty's reacting how you react when like your old lady don't look that good and you ask your partner. So what she look like? Well, you know she coolish, man.
Well,
that's what you giving me. What you say?
She gonna die in 5 days. I mean, it's like that. I mean, like that. Okay, so that's problem number 1. Let's start there. This show is dead. You know, it's like it's going away. It's
because of Netflix cancellation.
Yeah, because of the Netflix cancellation. It's like no matter how good, no matter how great it is, no matter how much praise we give it, if they will cancel Daredevil, nigga, Punisher is not safe.
Oh no, they're canceling them all.
They're canceling them all.
Yeah, the only thing that's left after, because I think they're gonna wait a couple of weeks, cancel Punisher, and then Jessica Jones drops, I think, in the summer, and that's the last thing.
It's
and
hard
got 2-year hiatus.
Yeah, it's hard to get excited truly about it because who knows what it's gonna resurface as. It's like they have this perfect thing here, and now we have to go sit it on the bench for 2 years, and I just that's hard to sort of swallow. 2, until Billy sort of gets somewhat of his memories back, or it seems at least that he's working on a plan. I don't know what the fuck is going on exactly, but his whole section is just kind of boring. It's like it's him and the therapist talking about him getting him somewhat remembering getting his face smashed in and only seeing a skull, and him just kind of freaking out and complaining about headaches and shit, wearing his fucking Vanilla Sky mask, and I'm just like, you don't look that bad, dude. I mean, it's like the Jigsaw. You're not Jigsaw. You're Jigsaw's fucking Abercrombie and Fitch model's cousin or brother of something. You're not. You take this stupid ass mask off before I smash it.
If anybody listening that want a little context, though, Jigsaw's his character from the comic books who Punisher fucks up his face, and if you look at him in the comics, it's fucking looks gross.
Yeah.
It's like scarred all the fuck up. Sometimes some of his skin's peeling off. It's like just nasty as shit. He has a Jigsaw-looking face. In season 1, they changed some of the lore up, made Billy, who's Jigsaw in the comics, and Punisher and Frank best friends. And Billy really turned on him and got Punisher, and he's the catalyst that got Punisher's entire family murdered in front of him, and what it really creates the Punisher. Right. So everyone's amped by the, because he's a really interesting character all throughout season 1. Watching him, watching his layers unfold, you see how evil he was, because he was presented as pretty cool. But when he get at the end of the season 1, Punisher gets his revenge by. But like you think his face gonna be fucked. He smears Billy's face on broken glass repeatedly and smashes it on broken glass repeatedly after punching him and all kind of craziness. So we're already amped thinking, oh my God, it's gonna be Jigsaw in season 2. We're gonna get a proper Jigsaw. He's gonna look awful. He's gonna be hideous. He's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be great. And
he looks like he's in a bad car.
Even at the end of season 1, when we see that he lives, it just feels like, oh, he's going to be so ugly. And like you said, man, what we get is the mask is uglier than his actual face. Because he wears this mask because he feels like he's so ugly, or Phantom of the Opera, or whatever, some psychological shit. They try to justify it so many times throughout the season. But he wears the mask, I guess, as a way to conceal his real self and keep his brain together. Because it was like, his brain is like a puzzle, like a jigsaw puzzle. So it helps him. It helps him keep himself in line. And she had him do arts and crafts on a fucking mask, so he can. And his arts and crafts, I guess he's a pretty cool artist, and he made his face. He made a pretty cool mask to say that he's like not an artist whatsoever. He's a whole soldier out here, and he sat there with his craziness and his pain and focused on coloring. They say, hey, coloring is good for anxiety. But when he takes that mask off, and it's just a bunch. His face is scarred up, but it's pretty. Like, he's still handsome. And I guess they're trying to play the, since he was so beautiful and he can anything, help him go over the edge. And his issue is in his brain. I understand that. It's just, for a couple episodes, I'm like, but dog, like you said, them scars ain't that bad, dog.
Yeah, it's not as bad as I would hope it would.
Especially after getting your face smeared across broken glass.
It's like, I saw what it looked like. It sort of seems as though either you have a weird ability to heal. Is that what it is? Because dude, it should really look worse than it is. But okay, all right.
Fine.
This is TV, man.
And he has a doctor chick. Honestly, I don't know how far you are.
Yeah, she's just like, I'm so hot and fine that...
her and Madani, when I look at those two women, because Madani be pissing me off a lot.
Why are y'all here?
To look beautiful and ethnic.
Who's supposed to focus?
Because Billy don't like no white chicks.
Huh?
Because Billy don't like no white chicks.
Clearly not, but they keep falling in his lap.
These ethnic chicks.
Yeah. It's like... Not even trying. They's just like, no matter what. He's Billy the fucking smooth ass motherfucker in the suit. He's Billy in this bullshit ass mask. No matter what.
But he needs help.
He's pulling him in.
But he needs help, and he's so wounded. Some women just like wounded animals.
Boy, that nigga's like a wounded wildebeest, man. That motherfucker just put him out of his misery. But anyway,
Fuck Madani most times. Madani be blowing me. Like, by the end of the series, I wasn't on fuck Madani because, like I said, I've seen the whole season. So by the end of the season, I'm not like fuck Madani. But for a good bit of episodes when I first was watching, I was like, Madani, you blowing me, bro. You just gorgeous. I forgot how beautiful that woman was. Like, that woman's beautiful, son. Like, it's hard not to watch her when she's on screen. And she's a great actor. Like,
no, she is not.
Yes, she is.
No, she is.
I find her very believable.
Sir, we must disagree.
Didn't we disagree about this last time?
We did, and nothing has changed.
I think she's a good actor.
She is awful.
I don't think she's awful. I think she's great.
They were like, man,
she's so beautiful.
We're gonna play her as a drunk. All right, so you're drunk in this scene. Okay, we're not gonna play her as a drunk.
Nah, man. Everybody don't drunk the same. Everybody don't drunk the same, son.
Yeah, everybody came back when they drunk.
Yeah, man.
We need to get her real drunk. She was awful. I mean, she's not, don't get me wrong. I'd rather watch her than Ruby Rose be stiff. That's just me saying Ruby Rose is awful.
He just wants to take shots at Ruby Rose.
I do.
Like,
I can't believe
Ben
he gave
Affleck,
her a pass.
Ben Affleck to J.Steel is Ruby Rose to Marty Edwards.
Yes.
Is Daniel Haysbert to Bats Bradford, because I can't take this man. I can't take his voice.
Wow.
Allstate, the Allstate guy. Stop talking. Guy. Don't talk.
Listen. I can't believe you give this girl a pass.
I'm waiting to see. You remember Donnie or Ruby Rose? Ruby Rose? I'm waiting to see what happens to Ruby Rose,
man.
And I like looking at Donnie.
I can't believe it. Yeah, but...
And I be wanting to shake the little white girl at times, but she once again won me over by the end of the season.
Did she? I mean, does she ever come around?
She
does.
God damn. She does, but it's a fight.
Even when she's on the team, I'm like, are you on the team?
It's a fight. Okay. But she eventually comes around. She actually, Amy is her name. She calls herself Rachel for a minute.
Yeah.
Rachel in comics was like this Punisher sidekick that also killed motherfuckers as a chick. So that was like a shout out to that character. The Amy character is really this way lesser known little girl. She's like really this little girl that Punisher helps once or twice. And, they aged her up and made her... Because Punisher don't have, like, these classic villains like Spider-Man and Batman do, you know what I mean? So, all these classic characters, like, is like Micro from season 1, which I'm mad that you're not going to see him at all in season 2. There's no more Micro. I fuck with Micro. I figured. But Micro, like, is a main character that stays in his canon. There's this bad guy he fights a lot, the Russian. There's a few people.
He doesn't have a family though, right? Micro doesn't normally have a family.
Nah. So it's like they button his thing to let him have a happy ending. But so with a lot of these characters though, like even the guy John Pilgrim, the guy that's trying to find the girl and kill everybody, even his character's like this other lesser known bad guy dude. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The religious cat. Yeah, the fucking God damn it! What would you call it? The deadpan face guy. Like, my man is the school of deadpan.
He's all deadpan.
It's like, could you show me any emotion?
He will.
I'll take anything.
He will. They build with him. He's pretty good. He will. But and as it should be, John Bertha steals the entire show in every scene he's in.
Yeah, I mean,
he's the Punisher.
Perfect fucking casting.
And
it's over. And that's I guess that's another thing too. I find myself I just admit it to myself now. I want to savor this as much as possible. Yeah. So I'm slowly.
You say it's over as far as there's not going to be any more.
There won't be any more for 2 years. So I'm taking my time to go through it. I'm not sort of eating it like I normally would, knowing that there's maybe another season in next year or whatever. It's
it's not for them to build towards, but it's still like. It was a great season, dog. Like, I will say this, I really still dug the season.
Right.
I think I like season 1 more, mostly because season 1 just felt perfect. You know what I mean? This one is really, really good. You know what I mean? I still felt enthralled into it. I ate it. Like, I was going 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. But, like, I don't know. You're gonna, like I said, whenever you get finished, we're going to be able to talk more about it as a whole.
Yeah.
But from what, like...
It won't be too long.
But I dug it, bro. It being good frustrates me even more that this run of Marvel gritty TV shows is over. Because truth be told, they could have done even more shows with other characters that will never get films. And we could have had like, a whole universe of these gritty characters on the streets that just have, cool shows.
Yeah. I mean, it's bittersweet, man. I know I am enjoying it so far. And I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I did. Billy in the beginning before he sort of goes on this. Because where I'm at, he's at a bar drinking with some dude that we just saw at a meeting with the black dude and Madani. Now you kind of know where I'm at, like in episode 5 somewhere. Anyway.
Billy's doing what?
Billy's at a bar drinking with this war.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And until we get to that point of where he is in his journey, he just dragged the whole thing down. Every single moment with him was just kind of like, man, I want to fast forward, but I feel like I might miss something, and it's just. It's him just... Yeah, we did talk... I do remember now. We did talk about it. But, yeah, that's my only thing. But once we get past that, I'm like, oh, you're up to something. I like that.
But I think the beauty of Billy as well in this whole season, up until a certain point, of course, he don't remember shit. So in his mind, him and Frank still friends.
Yeah, so to a certain degree, I was asking myself, was he fucking with us?
Yeah, me too.
Or was it real?
Me too, for a while.
And then old boy kind of comes in and says, nah, man, I think he's really knocked something out of him.
No, he is really crazy.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah.
Because that becomes a thing in the season at a point that, why is Frank mad at me? And he thinks he's the victim. It's trippy. Keep watching.
Oh my God. So now I have to watch it.
Yeah, keep watching. Keep watching, dog. It's pretty interesting how they play this.
All right. You got me. All right.
You ruin this man life. You get brain damage. Now you wonder why the nigga mad and you think this nigga crazy. You nigga.
Yeah.
That's so deep. That's deep.
It was deep when he was kind of like, yeah, man, you knocked it out of him. Like, whatever you wanted to stick with him, you knocked it clean out of him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and that's tragic.
That's so true. Yeah.
That's tragic.
Yeah.
I left you alive so you could sit with this, and I knocked this out of you by leaving you alive doing this. So I didn't even get to get my sweet victory.
Irony.
Right. So yeah, y'all. Punisher season 2. Before we get into Star Trek, am I missing anything? Oh, Black Lightning.
Yeah.
Black Lightning's back.
He's black. Black Lightning's black. Black.
Hi, Marty. It's going to be interesting.
It is.
Larry Universe. It's going to be funny watching your Star Trek show with two High Martys in the building.
Oh.
So we're going to get some Black Lightning. Episode 2, Season 10, man.
Now it all begins.
January 21st, Black Lightning lights up a new night.
We cannot go back.
We are running out of time.
I want to go back.
Yeah!
I want to live.
We don't have time to chit-chat.
Black Lightning returns on its new night, Monday, January 21st on the CW.
I forgot Black Lightning even came back.
Me as well.
I'm behind on Flash. Flash is back. Arrow's back. Everybody's back.
Yeah.
I got caught up with Arrow. I watched half of Flash just to see. I just really want to see how they gonna pick up with Reverse Flash and this little girl. And a new episode of Flash just came on that I missed. But I forgot. But from what I saw of Black Lightning, it was a cool episode. You know what I mean? It's, old girl and Khalil and Jennifer still on the run. That little girl China be killing her scenes. I love her as an actor, right?
Oh, Jennifer. Yeah. You can see the growth there, man. She definitely brings it every single time. This one felt like it felt like bits of filler. Watching it that second time with you there, that first little part where they're kind of still looking for her and everything, and everybody kind of splits out. It's like, it's a little bit of filler there, it feels like, because it's like knowing where it's going to end up and where we're going to eventually wind up going. It just sort of feels like, oh, wow, okay, this really didn't lead anywhere, but I guess it brought us to the next moment, because Lynn goes into this, well, are we breaking this down scene by scene, or should I jump too far?
I mean, we could just run the summary of it, but this episode feels like this was supposed to come before the break. This doesn't feel like the grand return. It feels like unfinished business, and now the next episode is like, all right, now we about to keep moving forward.
Yeah, it does feel like they were just a wee bit off in there where they landed in terms of where this episode aired, and maybe where they wanted it to be in terms of the break. I feel like they thought the cliffhanger of Jennifer and Khalil running off together was enough. But I'm like, no, not necessarily, because when I watched, more impactful,
right? Especially could go, because at the end, spoilers. Well, we know we spoil. At the end, so basically, Khalil, they still on the run. Jennifer, Anissa, Black Lightning, and Lynn, they get up together. They trying to find her. Right. They know she's in these specific spots, possibly.
So what they're doing is they're tracking Khalil's tracker that he had in his neck, his most visited spots, and then they.
Well, I think that's what Tobias was doing. They both doing that.
Yeah, they're all doing that.
Oh, Khalil's thing. Mm-hmm. Okay, fine, go ahead.
And then, so basically, they canvass the area. Lynn comes in and
has this impassioned speech that just so happens to be where Jennifer is.
Right.
And that makes Jennifer and Khalil have a change of heart and decide to go home. I think they had a pretty good scene together where Khalil gave her back the chain, and they, you could see that they got love, but Jennifer was like, straight up, I'm not trying to be with you under these on the run circumstances. So she already is mature for age to be like, man, we can't do this forever. Moms come through like there's no finish line. That was a nice line. You can't do this forever. And you know what I mean? She decides to, go back. And even Khalil is like, Khalil decides. Khalil be a real nigga again. She like, man, this is my problem. I'm gonna run. You need to go back to your family. So they go back, to the family, and Khalil apologized profusely after Jefferson like, boy, if they weren't here, I would whoop your ass. I was like, boy, that's one of the black daddy moments just happened in your face. That wasn't that.
It was one of those moments where it's like, I could kill you, but come here, let me hug you. And then you see that nigga in the background. Oh, but that nigga.
I could whoop his ass, right?
Oh,
every ass whooping I want to put on you and him, I'm just gonna put on him.
Yo.
You hear me? Then we find out that Khalil ain't dumb. He realizes that Black Lightning and Jefferson are the same person because, of course, daughter got lightning powers. I'm being tracked by Black Lightning. I mean,
how long we gonna all play this game?
Right.
It's like, yeah, all right. You're at least not an idiot.
Yeah, and Jefferson tells Khalil, nigga, you got to go to jail, someplace you're gonna be safe because Tobias, he got places everywhere. And when I saw him say that, I instantly told you, like, Tobias can get his ass in jail though.
Yeah.
He got cops bought. Ain't that how your boy died the first time?
Who's that?
Tattoo Man.
I
can't think of my nigga name. Lala.
Lala.
He got in jail. Remember, Tobias just walked into jail, swaggy like, grabbed that nigga by the throat, murked him in jail, and we thought Lala was dead. Then they brought his ass back.
Right. You talking? Okay, I remember.
Yeah.
That. I forgot. Yeah, that's right. He does just walk in there and just break his fucking neck
and leave.
As
As soon as they was like, turn him in, I'm like, Jeff, you gonna get him murked.
Yeah.
Turn him in, and what happens? When they try to transport him, because Jefferson have a whole talk with his partner, say we gonna work out a deal.
But okay, so we don't really how can we didn't necessarily get to that point, right?
I read everything.
Right,
yeah.
The way it fucking happens, dude, is so stupid, and it's like only because it's TV do we stop the cars? Do we stop a caravan holding a high-value witness for one lady, one black lady laid out in the street? Not a day in hell would that have happened. They would have ran over that motherfucker and checked for 10 days later.
Especially in the context of a world where superheroes and supervillains exist.
Bruh, he stops, gets out of the car. Out of the car. And somehow she manages, everybody else thinks that it's a dope idea to get out of their cars. I mean, oh my God, man. It is not a surprise that he ends up kidnapped. But it's so stupid. I mean, everybody was an idiot.
I like I said, because you was with me, I watched, because we had a few things to watch before we started recording. So I actually watched, I want to say the first 30 minutes. And then while Marty watched Young Justice, we get caught up on Young Justice, I read a recap of what happened next. But seeing it and hearing it, hearing how you described it, I feel like it was going to piss me off.
I think so very much. Just because in no scenario, on no planet, just anywhere, does that make sense? It just you wouldn't do that. No one would do that.
Like you said, with a high value, with a high value witness, and it still turned out with his ass getting caught. Tobias ripping his goddamn spine because Tobias hooked him up with a metal spine. That's gonna make a fucking walk again.
Right.
You hear me? Before he went on his whole bad guy maneuver. And Tobias basically like, give me that shit back. I thought Tobias was gonna murder the nigga. No, he's like, nope, I'm gonna make it worse.
Yeah.
Give me that shit back.
But the weird thing though is, so he drops him here, and it's happening in front of us as we. Well, I'm sorry. Anyway, so he drops Khalil off in front of the church.
Yeah.
With Clifton Powell, comes out with his 9mm. To protect, just to see maybe if he can shoot whoever dropped him off, but them niggas is long gone. I don't know what the fuck he pulling out the pistol for. But anyway, he leaves the little thing that whatever little spinal contraption it was, implant that was giving him the ability to walk. Yeah. He leaves that there with him, sort of kind of moving on its own in a weird.
So he doesn't even take it with him.
He doesn't take it with him. And I'm just like, well, I mean, it's going to have to take a really skilled surgeon, scientist, or whatever, but couldn't they just put this shit back together again if they wanted to really, really, you know, have my man walk again?
Okay, my nigga.
You shouldn't leave the technology? That's not... is that weird?
No, hold up. Pause. I'm answer that question in a minute. To the listeners, I have it on in the background. I'm just watched this scene that Marty talked about where everybody got out their cars instead of rolling this motherfucker over. Now, let me add more to this. He's absolutely right. First and foremost, dog, right? She laying in the middle of the road in full leather costume and shit, right? And
her hair not even bothered or
she
nothing.
Murders this SWAT cop nigga. Why the fuck would the whole squad come out when one nigga could just shoot her dead? You murdered one of us. They have every right to shoot her on sight once you murked a cop. Why couldn't one nigga shoot her ass, roll her over, whatever, and keep it moving? But instead, she ended up murdering at least a dozen cops.
She can't move lightning fast. How did she get from one to the other without anybody? It makes no
because these are red shirts.
This makes no.
These are red shirts. You hear me?
They knew not to film.
They fucked him up. He really fucked him up. That's brutal,
bad, dude. It was bad, man. This guy. When I tell you, I felt bad for him, man. They Cutter and old boy look at each other like, God damn, that was cold, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit was raw, man.
Damn, son, that sucks, dog. Well, yeah, that's what happens. Khalil's spine gets ripped out and he just paralyzed again. One thing that's very interesting to me in this episode was a relationship building between Tobias' new little bestie.
Oh yeah,
Todd.
That's what
I said, boy, he been looking for him a friend. He's so nice to Todd.
Yeah.
He has nobody to talk to. Lady Useless is dead. Joey is dead. Your boy turned on him. He has no more friends. So he's so happy to bring Todd into the fold. And Todd ain't got to be a henchman in the same manner as these people. So he ain't really letting Tobias down in the same manner that they would. So his life ain't on the line in the same way.
Right. Well, so tell me something. When he makes that little flip, those little flip comments to Cutter when she walks in.
Yeah.
Did you feel like that was sort of
out of character, out the blue?
Yeah.
Lightweight, but
lightweight. Okay.
I think they play his character like kind of like autistic, cause kind of not necessarily autistic, but you know what I mean. He kind of off. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, son. Like maybe. I put it like this.
Maybe
I rode with it as if there was something going on, like as if maybe this is just more elements of him. Because remember, we've only seen him in one episode. So we can't judge him like we know him like that. Maybe that's how he is when he get a little power or get a little whatever the fuck.
He just gets a little bit of power.
You know what I mean? So
like,
I'll accept it.
All right.
But if you take it as what the fuck, I still feel you. You know what I'm saying? It's like I see.
For me, it was a little something was missing there.
Yeah, it's like we didn't see a scene.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's all that happened in this episode. All that, like, Tobias made a new buddy.
Yeah.
And Khalil and Jennifer went back. Khalil got his ass fucked up and Jennifer cried about it.
But it was all a terrible idea from the beginning.
Yeah.
Absolutely awful
I'm starting to believe that Black Lightning sucks at his job, and I don't want to believe that. But I'm starting to believe he sucks at his job.
Jefferson Pierce, thinking as a father, sucks at...
What the fuck happened with crime while he just spent 4 days looking for his daughter?
Oh, they must have went buck wild.
He has not been patrolling no streets. He ain't been doing nothing but looking for his daughter for like 4-5 days. So I'm sorry, son.
Man, Black Lightning must be on vacation.
Man, Black Lightning might be bad at his job, dog. That might be something I'm going to start paying attention to, like Anissa's look away. Just saying, man.
Oh, shoot.
I'm just saying, man.
I mean, they keep this shit up, man. It's like the whole town gonna figure this shit out.
I'm scared for the show because they got, Crazy Man as the showrunner, so we really don't know what's going to be the fate of this series.
Oh, Lord, yeah. Did he direct this episode?
I don't know. I'll be looking at that.
Oh.
But yeah. I need to be better. But let's get into the actual... the readers... Shut up, Captain's Log. Oh, my God. We're watching Star Trek.
A dream of the past.
I am a writer.
Deep Space Nine is a very intriguing title.
Becomes a vision for the future.
Your hero's a Negro captain. It's not believable.
Trapped in time.
I think I'm losing my mind.
Living another life.
Maybe this is all happening for a reason.
Cisco faces his greatest enemy.
Things are going to change. They have to.
Racism. On the next Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
We were watching Star Trek. Oh my goodness. So
yeah, we're officially nerds.
So
yeah.
Deep Space Nine, and I specifically did not watch Deep Space Nine. I grew up watching Next Generation with my grandpa sometimes, with Captain Picard and them.
I was thinking about this today.
Jean-Luc.
I used to watch Star Trek Next Generations. Mm-hmm. Like whenever somebody would give me the remote, that would be the thing I would pick. And I remember doing it a couple times where I was very discouraged not to choose Star Trek Next Generation. Niggas was like, you can watch anything you want, just please
stop watching this shit.
No Star Trek. Like they had to watch with me. It was sort of like a thing where it's like it's a group viewing.
They say I'm
bored. I got the choice, and it's
I'm not a Trekkie, man.
Like I've already tried to watch this. I don't like it. It's anything else.
Yeah.
And so I got into the habit of just like not really watching it anymore, and I just kind of got out of it. But I do remember there was a point in my life where I really. Like, when I had a choice of what to watch, that would be my first choice.
I mean, Star Trek is a think piece. And that's what people don't be getting when they want to compare to Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
From what and that's the reason why I'm here to miss about Star Trek. Like, usually when I sit down and watch Star Trek, I like what I see. But I always feel like I never have an urge to watch it. Nothing ever tells. Like, I watched all the movies, and I was even in a pretty popular online version of it, Star Trek Continues. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be blasphemy if any of them listen to this for me to be saying anything anti Star Trek. Right. But straight up and down, like I wasn't like I said, I like Next Generation. I liked the movies growing up, but it was like a like situation. You know what I mean? I felt like watching Star Trek was like eating good vegetables.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like really good vegetables. So
like,
you're not.
This is good for you.
And it tastes good. But you're not going to go in the fridge and pick it first. Knowing them string beans gooder than the motherfucker, you most likely going for like, the cake, the grapes, something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, like, for the longest, I put this episode off that Lawrence says is watching, that Larry Universe says is watching. And, I'm mad that I did. Because it actually wound up being pretty damn good up. Because again, like I say, Star Trek is the think piece.
Did it make you want to go and watch more of the episodes?
No.
Okay.
I do not have a natural affinity towards it because something about, maybe it's the tone of it, it's so serious in space. Yeah. Serious in space, don't put me in unless it's the Green Lantern.
Well, so it actually, for me, it had the opposite effect. It did make me want to, just made me somewhat intrigued about jumping back into that world again. And this one sort of seemed like there's a ton of seasons there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and then this was shot, this is actually kind of old. It's sort of like a time capsule of something that was shot years ago, thinking that it had its ideas on what the future, space travel and stuff might be like, and it's kind of like, I don't know, I something about that kind of intrigues me, where the mindset was, how it's maybe evolved, and now sort of the Star Trek movies that we have now.
This episode made me respect the whole, not just the genre, the brand more.
Oh, really?
This particular episode, because, you know what I mean, it talks about like the way the story is set up about how, basically niggas in space. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in space.
Right.
So it was, and that's one of the things that Star Trek is known for, is it always was kind of advanced, even in the 60s or 70s whenever it came out, about having multiculturalism, that their first black, interracial quote unquote kiss. You know what I'm saying? Like it always was forward thinking. That's why I kept on saying it's a think piece. You watch it, you're like, oh, I see the metaphor there, Star Trek. I see you motherfuckers. And that's why I totally understand why it has fans. It's just, you know what I mean? It just wasn't always my cup to jump into to get my whatever. But this actor, though, Keith David's brother.
Yeah, Avery Brooks, man.
Who is this guy?
This dude.
He made me want to find more about
amazing?
him. He's fucking awesome.
That's what made me want to watch him. I'm like,
I want to watch more of him, not necessarily Star Trek. I want to watch more of him.
He's the captain.
But dude, he was more interesting.
He
was more interesting in the past than he was in the future.
True. Okay, yeah, no, true.
That actor made me want to see him act in other things.
Yeah, all right, true. Okay.
Because that was one thing that was frustrating me watching this episode, which was, for someone that's a big fan of this show, this had to be amazing to watch because they got to see some of their favorite characters play off themselves. But I don't know who a character in the show or who an actor for the story. So at times I'm like, I'm not being able to get that full resonance.
Right.
Because I don't follow these guys all the time to know, oh, that's Commander Ploop, blah, 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 blah. That's now playing this racist motherfucking newsman. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until the last scene where I got to see these other characters more. That was like, oh, that was a mulatto nigga. Sorry for that term. That was a little hustler cat. Damn, he's very different. Oh, you motherfuckers was acting.
So I kind of I've seen a couple episodes or maybe pieces of episodes. Like I remember this being on UPN and maybe it being on maybe somebody else watching it. But I remember catching pieces of these people. And so not enough to really make an impression, but a few of them kind of went on to be prominent later on too as well, right? Like I guess he's like the executive editor of whatever they're doing, the guy who kind of comes in with the news and stuff and is like, hey, you can't be here when the photos are taken this day or whatever. Like that guy, I forget what he went to play, but he's been in like a ton of things. And
he's still alive? Is he kind of old in this?
Yeah, he's shit. I don't actually come to think of it, he gets a little older actually. I've seen him in a couple of things. I gotta look him up because it's all escaping me now. You know, it's hi Marty.
Yep.
But I remember what he looked like with the makeup on. Mm-hmm. Like automatically when I saw him, I was like, oh yeah, that was you. And then there's I'm sorry, Arrogant Observer knows what the people are. I was telling him about one of the other characters who I knew I'd seen in that makeup before a ton of times, and to see him outside of the makeup, Worf, yeah, Worf. You know,
that fucked me up. I'm like, it's him. Worf without makeup. Yeah. I ain't never seen Worf without makeup.
Yes.
When I saw the guy, I'm like, wait.
You knew
this big tall black dude. Who is this? Yeah, I know. I used to use on Next Generation. I used to watch because the thing about it is, like I said, I watched Next Generation with my grandpa when Deep Space Nine came up, and some anti-blackness shit, dog. I saw that the black captain and it was on UPN, and it made me feel like that's some bootleg Star Trek. It's fucked up that having the black captain on UPN that my first thought process is this probably not gonna have the prestige of the other ones. You know what I mean? Now, watching this episode paint a whole nother light. And this nigga got a bunch of episodes. I mean, when you pull it up on Netflix or Hulu, you see their first season, he got hair and shit. But the episode we watched, he's older, he's balder, and he's more Keith Davider. Because the way this man speaks, I know he's done Shakespeare. This motherfucker is singing, speaking crazy. Like, dude, this nigga crying. He's doing so much on this episode. What's his name again?
Avery Brooks.
Avery motherfucking Brooks.
You know, he directed this episode too, right? Ain't that some shit?
No, stop. See, this is why we supposed to have moments of silence. Now what the fuck you and FatGirlNola be doing? But when you drop that ball of, this episode was cold, it was mainly all him. He had acting freaking, like just a clinic. Like I said, he got to do everything. And then he directed this one too? With his Keith Davis. Are you sure them two ain't brothers? Because when he started speaking, I was like, Keith? Why is Keith coming out this man's mouth?
He did have that air about him.
Dog, he has the air.
I can't deny that.
He has the air, that regalness, nigga. That James Earl Jones, that Keith David. There's a few of these regal black Joe Morton.
Yeah.
That Joe Morton. There's a couple of these regal black men that when they speak, that Giancarlo, that when they speak, you just be like, I know you did Shakespeare. I know you that nigga. Go ahead and talk your shit. You can't not have diction. I don't think you could talk like my ass if you tried to talk like my ass on purpose, unless you were acting because you're so cool of an actor that for whatever reason, when you're playing me, you'll be good. But in your real life, you probably couldn't do it because diction is your life. That nigga caught parts of the word that I didn't even know was there when he spoke sometimes. I like, Lord, Avery, Sir Avery. Is he not a sir? He should be a sir. Sir Avery Brooks.
Sir Avery Brooks.
We're gonna play.
He should be.
We're gonna play when we get to that part, that final speech. I'm sorry, that final speech brought a tear to me.
Oh, did it? Yo, is he British?
I don't know.
Okay.
He says that air when he speaks, like I said.
He may be, right?
Either he could be British.
He could be.
I would if he said he was British, I wouldn't be like, no, you not, nigga. I'd be like, okay, sir.
I might believe it.
So for people listening, what the fuck's going on? So on this episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, basically what happens is this black captain, he's kind of dejected about being the captain right now because apparently he's lost like friends and such to this, you know, to this whole journey, to this war, to this whole everything being a captain. You know, you lose people. And he's not in it, and he starts having these flashes of like remember Star Trek is in space like 500, 400 years from now in light years and shit. So he's seen motherfuckers from like the 90s, from like the 60s and shit. You've seen like regular motherfuckers, damn Siri's crazy. But he's seen regular motherfuckers just appearing on the ship. You know what I'm saying? Like a dude, like I said, imagine an editor from the 1950s, white man just walking in your ship wearing regular ass clothes and shit. You seen an old school Jackie Robinson looking motherfucker just walking on your future age goddamn spaceship and shit. Y'all trying to talk about how the Kardashians, for some reason the Kardashians is after them. So that fucked me up when I first heard them talk about it. You don't remember hearing about the Kardashians? Oh yeah. I like, goddamn. They're under attack by the Kardashians. This black man. God. He talked to his woman. He was like, man, my black lady, the Kardashians going to get us. I was like, damn, thought the Kardashians are a problem in space.
They are everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
This shit was a prediction.
Nigga. Now, of course, there's some alien race on here, but I ain't go front. When I first was watching this, I thought my ear was tripping when it was like, yes, the Kardashians attacked. I was like, what? The Kardashians? But like, but the bulk of this episode is he winds up having this like flashback
what do we call
or like this time traveling episode. Well, in general, it winds up being a dream. He winds up having this dream, but you don't realize that at first. You really feel like he got thrown back in time. He get hit by a taxi, and I laugh my ass off. This nigga in a spacesuit just get hit by a motherfucking taxi.
Yeah, nobody's like, hey.
But then he comes back to the future. It's weird. We're gonna break down the episode in a second, but we just to set the stage. It gets into this story about this black writer during, I won't say the 50s, 50s, 60s.
50s and 60s, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's safe.
And it's an episode about racism and shit. And it was a very poignant one at that. So I might hit play on this motherfucker. And once again, you can catch this episode on Netflix and Hulu. I mean, I've texted Marty.
Every streaming service.
Yeah, Star Trek got them contracts. I text Marty. I said, I'm watching on Hulu. He said, I'm watching on Netflix.
I'm like, God damn, they everywhere. But
episode starts with our black captain getting visited by his pops, and basically, you know, he explains to his pops what I already said, man. He's saying, you know, I ain't feeling this shit. My niggas keep dying.
Right.
Fuck you doing here, pops. And pops like, you know what I'm saying? Came to see you and my grandson, you know, but you tripping, nigga. You know, smoke some weed, chill out, get your mind together and shit. He like, yeah, pops, whatever. I'm kind of constipated thinking about this. He making constipated faces. And, you know, they having the whole run it. And is that when he first sees, the guy walking on a ship, the newspaper guy? Mm-hmm. And what you thought was going on when you first saw that?
I thought that it was like some sort of guy from
drugs, right? Yeah, I thought drugs too.
You thought drugs?
I'm just throwing it out there. So the captain's tripping balls, bitch. What you saying?
I'm thinking it was some like plant from Earth or whatever who was like trying to infiltrate the place, and I don't know that I don't know.
Some time traveler?
Some time traveler type shit.
What does that say? I got the subtitles on. Pause. What does it say?
I'm not taking my ship anywhere near the Kardashian border.
That's all I wanted to say. Keep going. Kardashians are attacking.
Oh my god. What were we talking about, man?
When you first saw the first illusion that you saw of this.
I honestly didn't really know what to make of it. My brain was sort of wrapping it around, but I thought that he was meant to be there. Like, and then this happened, and I'm like, oh, okay.
And that's Worf right there.
Yeah.
Him in the post. Seeing that, because remember he's a baseball player. That gotta be trippy.
Yeah. And,
why would anybody get some pussy?
Right?
Bruh.
Yeah.
He get that premier old school middle-aged man sweet talk on with her, man. He was getting it in. He's like, yeah, I'm here to get some sugar and shit for the coffee. And he follows the baseball player guy in full baseball player gear through this door, and he winds up being in the streets of the 1950s and gets hit by a taxi cab and dies.
Pretty much, yeah. Something like that.
And a bunch of white people surround him.
And then we sort of kind of jump back and forth from the 1950s, 60s back to the ship. Mm-hmm. And he's, I guess, somewhat trying to recover, but eventually he just sort of makes his way back into the past.
But like, see, in this little scene, we see the doctor that we eventually seen. I'm looking at this doctor dude just passing for a white man later. Because I'm looking at him like, he black?
Yeah.
They keep on giving this man shit for being black. But I'm like, bro, you working in this. You look mixed or something.
Yeah, you got a little something.
Oh, it's Grey Worm.
You ain't pure.
You saw Grey Worm? No, it's not fucking Grey Worm.
Boy,
that boy looks just like Grey Worm.
I was about to say, did I miss Grey Worm?
But
as a young Grey Worm.
Yeah, man. But like the doctor guy that looks like a mixed person, like look like he mixing out white because they like all of these characters wind up playing like double characters when you go back into the past with them. And he plays a white journalist in the past, but like I said, throughout the whole episode, I'm looking at it and I'm like, boy, you got some tint on your skin, nigga. You ain't just white. You ain't white or only white. But they tell the captain, Sir Avery, basically, that his scans on his brain is tripping. And it reminded me of the episode of that Star Trek Continues web show I was in because that was the same premise. These nanobots got in the ship and had the captain and his main dude in charge think that they were like during the Civil War time. And like whatever they thought was happening was actually happening to their bodies and shit. And it was a trippy episode. It was a cool episode that they did. And once again, StarTrekContinues.com. If you're a Trekkie, man, check it out. And so when I was watching this, it made me think of that heavily. But when we go back in time the second time, he has no memories of being the captain on this ship. He completely integrates into this world as this, this black man that's even, and I get the metaphor on the slick up. He seems like an out of place person in this world he's in, as Benny, the fictional writer for this white news publication that can't even claim him as one of their writers because he's black.
Right. That the subtle things. Well, I don't know if that's so subtle. But the sort of drops here and there, the moments, if you will, sort of leading up to what it is sort of a big moment. It is like they I don't know, they sort of take us through each moment. Like there's a build to it, and this is only like the first step in it. The him not being able to take the
staff picture.
And then other things sort of happen, but not to jump too far ahead.
But now I love the scene when the head editor had to break that down, that you can't do basically a colored man with a typewriter who could take that seriously, and he started just name dropping all these classic black writers like
Zora Neale Hurston, Langston Hughes.
Boom.
I forget. There's some other ones. Those are the ones I remember.
I know. I'm about to find when he said it, bro, because he dropped it on him like, nigga, how dare you talk about a nigga with a typewriter as a joke when we basically created some like of the greatest works in motherfucking history, nigga. The Invisible Man and shit. He dropped that bitch
first, yeah.
You dig? And like it's one of those things that instantly pulls me in on Star Trek. They hitting there. They coming with it. I mean, one scene the nigga say nigga. A nigga say nigga on this show.
Yeah, I know, but and that's another thing. I'm like, wow, they allowed that.
They allow that on Star Trek. UPN. But okay, we go. W.E.B. Du Bois, Zora Neale Hurston, Langston Hughes, Ralph Ellison, Richard Wright. He's dropping heavy hitters. Have you ever heard of Native Son? He dropping heavy hitters on this man. Like, motherfucker, don't tell me niggas can't write, nigga. It's bad enough I'm just a fucking fictional nigga on this newspaper, bruh. Let me get it in. Let me talk my shit.
And also, on time, and also too, old girl is told to sleep in as well.
What you mean to sleep in?
Because I forget the chick. They tell her that she can't be there for the photo either.
The white woman captain.
Yeah.
But she's playing a woman journalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tell her she can't show
because she's a woman.
Because she's a woman.
I missed that. That's interesting. See, boy, this show is what year did this show drop? So
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question.
So Sir Avery, but he's Benny Russell in the past right now, playing this role he sees that there's this guy that does all this art direction for the paper, and he basically they take the art and sometimes write stories around the art. Yeah. And he sees this art that is an exact replica of his spaceship in Deep Space Nine out in space, and as you know, one of the first hints of he has some weird shit's happening. So he's inspired by seeing that picture and decides to take it home to write a story. And as he's leaving, he drops it on the ground, and these dick ass cops really treat him like a boy and won't let him get his artwork. They step on and they give him shit. And I'm like, okay, go ahead and hit all the marks for me, Star Trek. Okay, being a black man in the 50s. And that makes more sense that he directed this, because I feel like he wanted to do this. 6 seasons in, I'm the lead on your show. Look what I want to direct.
You wanted to say something.
Look what I want to say. Look what kind of story I want to throw out there, since we're throwing out stories. And these niggas really treated him like the nigga that they would have treated him like at that time.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like I said, man, it's a build. It's like their moments, and these cops aren't. This is only our first introduction to them. They show up, I think, even 2 more times, really, right?
And we find out later that they like play aliens in the show for real. So it's, like I said, if I was a person that was a fan of this show, I'd probably be geeking the fuck out. You know what I mean? Off of them getting to flip these characters in this way.
Right.
Even though it's still a cool story just to watch on its own.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, even though there's no real excitement value in sort of seeing these guys outside of their costumes, it still is a great jumping point, or at least a nice little ease into the series.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. And they tell him that they would have basically booked him and ran his freaking license just for walking if they didn't have someplace else to be.
Yeah.
Like, they kept it 100. They kept it 100, son. Just by seeing this man walking, they was gonna run him. Like, come on, dude. I appreciate like the little things, the nuance. And as he's walking away from these cops, he runs into this preacher, who's the only person I actually recognize, because I just saw him a few scenes ago playing the dad. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but the preacher just seems to like, he knows Benny's name already, and he keep on telling him he a prophet, write the truth, write the truth, write the truth. Which, you know, is the telling thing that he's going to be writing that real, because eventually, later on, we find out that he's going to write a story called what? Deep Space Nine. About a black captain of a spaceship. Yeah. And, you know, he basically, of course, as you get it, he's writing, Benny Russell is writing the actual story of who he actually is in reality, but he don't realize that's who he is. Even though every time, when he looks in the mirror, he sees flashes of himself in the space costume, which is a cool little add-on and a flip, I thought.
Yeah. So when you interpreted this and you got to the end, did you interpret this as this being the dream, or did you were you influenced at all to think the opposite, that this was the reality and the space travel was the dream?
Okay, so Marty, you jumping.
Okay,
you jumping. But fuck it. At the end of this episode, Marty referring to when basically, as you know, if you watch TV, the captain comes out of this whole dream thing at some point. But at the very end, he has this thought out loud, this pretty cool speech, wondering if did he get to have a trip in reality, and what's really going on is what happened in the past, and if he's really this writer, or if the dream is them being in, which one's a dream? Yeah, the past or the future. Right. And the thing that makes this scene work so well is, you know, we can't even really talk about it. Let's get back to it. Because the scene of the episode sets up that scene that hit the way it does. And we didn't get to that scene yet. The big speech of the episode. You know what I mean? We didn't get there yet, and that allows me to get into that topic better. But when he first starts writing, I just spoke about how he sees himself in a reflection in his own, you know, space gear. And even when you talk about the metaphor of mirrors, when you talk about in lore, when you talk about in literature, about how you can see your true self, how your soul, you know what I mean, is in the reflection, is in the mirror. So they're playing with that a bit too.
Oh yeah, and him seeing himself as the captain, actually, or at least how I interpreted it, it was the springboard for him to start writing the idea of a black captain.
It's like he inspired himself. Oh, that's like some time paradox shit. He inspired himself to write about himself. And it was also the first nicks in his brain to wonder what is reality. Mm-hmm. because it was a start of what comes to pass later, you know.
Right.
Now hold up, this some black ass shit that I feel like, okay, director, you added that. This man here, Mr. Benny, he walking up the street. I don't know if that's an African hat or a kufi. Either way it go, it's black as fuck with these little boys that can sing really, really good. And there's no reason for them. Did we never see these little boys again? There's no reason for these little motherfuckers to be singing.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for them to be sounding so motherfucking good that I felt like he got the Jackson 5 themselves and said, you know what, come do this for me. And he was singing with him. I didn't even catch that. He's singing with him. And just to give some little black boys some shine right fast. That's all that was.
That was pretty cool. That was a cool moment. And now that you mention it, I didn't realize that it never show up again. And that moment was just to sort of just kind of get him a minute.
For a second, when I first saw it, I thought that was like his sons was gonna find out.
Yeah, something like that. It's like, no, these are just some random kids who maybe just
he wanted to sing with.
Yeah. He started singing with them. He said, I got some place to go. They started maybe walked with him, and he got where he was going, and they went about their business.
They went doo-wopped on their own. Yeah. They doo-wopped the asses to the left.
Right.
So we meet up with his woman. She's also his woman in the space area, because that's what we got to see him trying to get it popping with before he started having this whole fever pitch of a dream.
Oh, man, you got to love her, man. You just fall in love with her. I don't know, I guess I'm digging her.
And she's pushing, she wants to buy this restaurant that she works at, and that's her big dream. But his dream is to be a writer. Yeah. He has no interest in owning this restaurant whatsoever.
Right. Like, my man's an artist, man. He's like, I can't do this. But her dreams, you know, or her whatever goals are, like, realistic and attainable. And it's a great fucking idea.
Dude, it's the artist versus the muggle. It's really what it is. He wants the dream, and she wants the security, because she's like, we can make this money, we can be happy. Let's get this going.
And she's really got like a dope plan in place. All you gotta do is get on board.
He has no interest.
Yeah, I know. Only because it's so easy. I know.
Motherfucker, I'm a writer.
I know. I know.
And this is when Worf with no makeup comes in this swaggy ass freaking red suit and white hat.
Looking like a fucking extra from Harlem Nights.
Son. He has so much charisma as this guy, because I'm so used to him playing stoic as Worf.
I'm like, leave my man's girl alone, dude. I'm like,
yo, he's shooting all in his face. He don't give a fuck.
Oh, don't give one goddamn.
He like, I'm getting this woman. Oh, Kofi Benny, you over there? I don't give a fuck. I'm getting your woman. I'm a big time baseball player, and in my dreams, I'm a pussy four-headed as Worf. That boy got vagina head, but.
That's what I said, man, yeah.
But I love that he got they all got to act opposite them, dude. Because even a little man right here that look like Grey Worm with the perm, son, that's the partner. He was so not like the little seemingly timid boy he is on that ship.
Yeah, and the other part, I dug the, I really like that change, man. That was a dope one.
I feel like he had a lot of fun.
Man, everybody got to play here, right?
Everyone did. Everyone did. They got their own shine. And, you could tell that he's into some, illegal activities. And Benny trying to, get him to be like, nah, nigga, stop doing that, because you could get your, that was foreshadowing. I'm like, okay, you gonna get murdered. He your street partner that you try to set on the right course.
Well,
Merc.
Actually, here, let me ask a question too while I'm here, because I don't know if I said this already. Hi, Marty. This is a regular cast of, like, are there so many black people on every episode? Like you said, this was the black Star Trek. Like when you first saw this.
Well, I just saw the black captain. Honestly, if it was the black Star, that is weird. Mm-hmm. If it was the black Star Trek, I would have watched it. Because I would have seen a bunch of black, even though there's a lot of black actors. I'm saying but look, all these white people too. But I'm saying when you say the black Star Trek, but when you say the black Star Trek, I imagine a whole ship full of black people. And I know it's anti what Star Trek is supposed to be. Star Trek's supposed to be multicultural. Right. But if you'd have told me, man, they got this niggas in space show with all black people, I'll watch that. I ain't gonna front. I will watch that. But something about seeing the black captain and already not the big, I don't know, and it was, I don't know, something about UPN. But
no,
I mean that like I said, I feel like Star Trek is meant to mix it up like that. So of course we have Sir Avery and the woman playing his girlfriend and the dude, the slick back dude, and we got his daddy. Of course, we have some black people. Of course, we have this ambiguous guy that's playing for passing for white. Of course, we have some white people. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be mixed bag like that. They're gonna have some alien motherfuckers. But he's inspired to write this story, and he brings it to all his white fellow compatriots, and they love it. We learn that he's an amazing writer,
right?
And they're all praising it.
Yeah, everybody's on board with it.
He has another moment of seeing one of his co-workers as their alien selves. They did this pretty subtle. They didn't overdo that. His little moments of...
Yeah, we kind of dips back in just slightly, or...
Seeing them for who they are.
Yeah. They sort of treat it like he's hallucinating here, because we never really flip back.
So, we find out that his piece was great, but they won't run it because the captain of the ship, because he is black. And he made a story about, once again, Deep Space Nine, which he's the black captain, in the real world. So they have this back and forth about that, and one thing I love about how this episode is handled is even though it feels realistic. It feels of the times. Aside from the fact that I feel like more of those journalists would have been racist than are, because it feels like just the head nigga racist and the rest of them was like some neutral white folk. Nah. I feel like you probably had that one motherfucker riding for him and everybody else would have just been more apathetic, not fighting for him and shit. And you wouldn't have got that much of a voice, I don't think. I wasn't there. But I'm not saying write this any differently than it was, because they still had the proper amount of tension.
It felt organic.
It did.
And as much as it could without actually being there. I think it was pretty successful. For me at least. But then after he gets basically turned down, told that he can't be published because the world won't really be able to accept a black captain of a spaceship.
Right.
In this time period. He's kind of sulking.
Yeah.
at the diner where his girl works and
his little partner from the hood.
Right.
And I just want to play when he say niggas. Hold up.
On their shoes. Today or 100 years from now, it don't make a bit of difference. As far as they're concerned, we'll always be niggas.
Did he really say that on UPN? That's what I really want to know,
right?
Bruh.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely positive he did. I'm sure they let that one nigga go.
Because of the context of the story.
Yeah, oh yeah. They were like, this must be, you must give us one. And it's like, look, you better make it count.
Possibly so, because it did count and it worked. It's not like we didn't need nigga. We didn't need all that. We just need him to say that one nigga, because he said we always gonna be niggas. And and once again, while at the diner, while my nigga, like, bad timing, babe. You still trying to sell this fucking restaurant shit to me. I just got shot down. I was up all night seeing hallucinations of myself and shit, writing this motherfucking deep-ass story. Nigga tell me because I'm black, they won't post it. Bitch, I'm not trying to hear about this restaurant.
And then my man,
Worf touches him.
Yeah, and he sees him first as a Klingon.
As Worf,
yeah. And then he jumps back into our time period here. But I love how Worf, is it Worf?
I mean, the alien's name is Worf. I don't know what his name is. I forget.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, when he keeps shooting his shot, and she's like, "Well, whatever I'm doing, it won't be with you."
And it was funny.
She shoots him down every single time.
But it's also funny to me too. You ever see Mo Better Blues?
Yeah, I've seen it.
The relationship that Denzel Washington and Wesley Snipes have, even though they shooting for the same girl, they still was kind of like friends.
Yeah.
Worf still seems like they're kind of cool, because it's not like your boy be like, it's like he's so used to this nigga hitting on his girl that it's not like he like thinking about to fuck you up, I'm just gonna kiss her in front of you, because he still talks to him and shit like they fine. When the nigga fell, Worf pick him up like, you good, dog? Like, you know what I'm saying? Still shoot a shot at this girl like a scumbag, which Worf is not. So once again, nice work. But he gets home, he runs to that preacher nigga again, telling them you the prophet, and he like, I'm about to write some more black stories, even though these niggas don't want them.
Another thing we didn't mention is that he's given another assignment from his boss saying that, hey, this fucking black captain shit ain't gonna work. So get rid of this fucking idea, go home, write me, I forget what he told him to write, but write me another idea. Write about this.
With white people.
With white people.
Basically. I don't think he said with white people, but
that's, yeah. But
that's basically what he did. With white people.
Write me something different. Go home and do that.
I want white people.
He goes home and writes another fucking story
about black
people.
The
black captain.
Is he a real nigga?
Yeah.
And that's what real niggas do. Bitch,
fuck you. A motherfucking sequel.
Fuck you. I'm gonna write this, and it is what it is. And his woman even asking him like, nigga, why is you still writing this? He said, cause I have to, nigga. And she's like, well, let's dance with me, man, because we didn't go to our date. And while they're dancing, he keeps seeing himself on the ship. And this is cool scene where it's going in and out between the past and the time on the ship. And there's times when he's in costume and she isn't. There's times when she's in costume, the space suit, and he is. It was a really cool little scene. And he has a whole flip out moment and runs to the piano. He like losing his mind. And he telling her, baby, I'm seeing myself as Captain Cisco, like I'm that nigga. And you on the other side of the screen, and you like, yeah, because you are that nigga, bruh. Because you are.
Yeah.
Mr. Cisco.
You are. But we'll wait till the end of the episode for you to wake up. But so he turns.
Yeah, for you to wake up.
He turns
in more ways than one.
In more ways than one. And so he turns in this story.
6
stories? He turns in 6 sequels. Oh my god. This nigga grinded.
Yeah,
he turns in 6 more stories, 6 sequels to the goddamn first one.
That nigga didn't want.
That he didn't want to begin with. You know what I mean? And I don't know, it's like it seems like he gave in really, really easy, because it seems like it would be just as easy to throw away these 6 as it was to throw away that fucking one. But somehow they convince him, let's make it all a dream.
Because, nigga, you wrote 6. My nigga, even though the boss probably racist would have you, son, you wrote 6. So I'm going to be a little open because I got these 6 stories. I told you to do this. I'm on a deadline. Bitch, how you gonna make this work now? So when they throw Dream out there, I see why both sides was like, I see why Benny was like, look, if it's gonna get my shit printed, cool. And I see why the white man like, okay, fine, whatever. I don't, cause that deadline shit real. If your deadline tomorrow,
let me tell you something.
What's that?
You do that shit, nigga, in the real world,
you get fired.
Nigga, you fired, yeah. Nigga, you know what the fuck I was gonna say. Nigga, you fired.
But once again,
you are fired.
If I'm the editor and I need something here, and you're the person that fills this spot, and you gave me 6 of what I don't want, I'm going to have to bite some bullet and either put one of them up there, or you better show me a way to edit this motherfucker. And
nigga,
once again,
we run a classics before we run your bullshit.
Well, nigga, the dream thing worked, and the dream. So they decided to say that it was going to end with it being a dream of some black guy or some shoe shine boy or some gangster, or basically, you know what I mean? Because it's a black captain, so of course
somebody in desperate times or whatever.
But that was a great little thing, the way to look at it too, because it's supposed to be somebody who needs to be dreaming about a future of a black space captain, a better future. And you know, and they brought up these ne'er-do-wells, but really even the middle class, any black person in this time especially would have been open to the thought of a super black person in any manner.
Yeah.
Whether it's a spy, whether it's a robot, whether it's a spaceman, whether it's a mutant, whatever. Super black person, we there. You feel me? So that's why that's why I understand. Make it take you a lick and make it a dream, because at least the story got out there. You know, so you know they decide on that compromise. He runs his hood partner again, excited because he bucked up. He want to tell everybody, look, they print my shit. You hear me? But his hood partner about to get
sent some words.
Yeah, bro.
Some word. You know how much that is? That's a lot.
So his hood partner like, that's good, but I gotta go do some hood rat things. And Worf still shooting at that man or lady. And when you start talking that money business shit, she looked like she was about to be a little open for a little second till he ran in there with some success stories.
Oh yeah.
It's like Papa came home with a check, and I ain't about to look at you no more, Worf.
Yeah, go on, get out of here, Worf.
Human Worf.
I got good news, baby.
You
we
did.
about to go out. 7 cents a word, baby. 7 cents a word.
And she a down ass woman, dog, because like she's just as excited as he is.
Oh,
like
yeah.
she's like, I have to get to wear my red dress, and she like, yeah, look at this. Ah, like she get bucked up for him. I'm like, yeah, baby, you better get bucked up like I get bucked up for my me shit, because I'm gonna do that for you you shit.
That's right.
That real. That's so real. So they go out on this date, and that's when we get this man is motherfucking singing to his woman and actually sounding good. Like, damn, nigga, you said I'm about to have a showcase. What is that?
Oh, my poor feet, baby. You better marry me soon. I'm not getting any younger.
Yes, but you are getting more beautiful day by day. I'd be happy just to spend my life waiting on your beck and call. Brother Benny.
There's no mother. Oh, these niggas came out the shadows on some creepy shit.
Yeah, that was some creepy as a motherfucker.
But there's no motherfucking reason for him to be singing right out there in the nighttime, dog. I was like, damn, nigga, you try to steal everybody woman on this one show.
I just want to show all the ladies how smooth I can sing, baby.
Right.
And you know I was on Broadway, right?
I mean, I know he was on Broadway. I thought he was that smooth. He was like, she was like, I ain't getting any younger, but you get more beautiful every day, baby. I was like, oh, all right. Old school pimpery. Smooth operator.
Daddy.
And for like the 19th time, the preacher nigga come up telling him about the future and seeing the prophets, but this time he like, he quotes some Bible shit, but he tell this nigga like, yeah, some bad shit about to happen. And I feel like Avery, Benny nigga, you took too long. You let go the fact that this nigga know your name too quick.
Yeah.
And the fact that he keep popping up around you.
Father Pops is creepy.
Yeah, creepy.
Father Pops is creepy. I don't want him to touch me.
Nah,
what was that?
And he touches him, and it makes it seem like he's bleeding. But then when he touches his own ear, Benny good.
What was that about? I'm a little weirded out. And so we cut to their gunshots and
his hood rat partner was doing them hood rat things.
Yeah, and apparently got himself shot by the cops.
Yup, and they just chilling. They don't even look like they just shot somebody.
Yeah, they just look like they having a nice little cigarette, on break.
Right.
If you will. And Benny runs up to him, and kind of freaks out because, his friend is dead.
That's his partner.
His partner.
And that ends in a beatdown, Rodney King style by the cops. They beat the living fuck out of this man. Yeah. I swear, this episode puts you through every part of being a goddamn black man. We got police brutality. We got racism. We got our women trying to get us to do things we don't want to do. God damn it. It got the whole goddamn experience.
I'm thinking, I'm like, this is one of them old school mans I'm getting right now.
Yeah.
It's like they're back in this period piece, and it's like it's the same bullshit. Nothing really has changed.
Yeah, it's a Tales from the Hood one moment.
Yeah, and
these days you have to say one to differentiate the two. But
because there are two of them now.
There's two of them.
There are two exist.
So after getting that beating of his life, he doesn't go to work for a couple of weeks, they say. And
he just doesn't leave his apartment, which
he got to heal. He got his ass whooped. I mean, he on a cane and shit now.
Yeah, it's not like he's 100% when he's on his way out anyway.
But this is the day.
You gotta kind of move around, I imagine.
But this is the day that his story gets printed.
Yeah, he's got to be there for this.
So that's what he's there for.
This is a big deal.
And I just swore when he walked in there and everybody looking at him like a ghost that they was about to say, "Oh, you got fired. We going with another story."
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be some bad fucking news.
When he walked in,
was gonna tell him that we're not doing your shit,
nigga. But even though it happens, but
it
still.
Does happen,
but when he first walked in, one lady was talking about, I'm gonna call it like. I probably the name of this episode, like Into the Stars or something spacey. And I was like, oh, this some motherfucker steal your story, put their name on it. That was the first that came to my mind. Like, nigga took his story and put their name on that shit. Then when they said the white boy got published, I was like, oh, that white boy took your shit. But then he said it's robots. And they was like, of course. Yeah. But I still in the back of my mind was like, lying.
You were like somebody.
He ain't write no robots. He stole your. Until it came later with niggas saying they weren't gonna post, etc. I was head set on being like, oh, because that happened to black people in the past. You know what I mean? Niggas steal your shit, put their name on it, and whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. It's one of those things that I have a lot of problems with when we talk about comic books, and they be like, man, how come we gotta turn, what's this diversity shit? Why you gotta turn white characters into black characters? Because back in the day, they wouldn't let black characters reign. Black writers didn't get shots. Black characters didn't sell because it was racist. Most of the comic writers was white, and they wrote their experience. If a lot of comic characters of the past was created today in 2019, majority of the motherfuckers wouldn't be white. Yeah. You hear me? Only certain characters really are really intrinsic to their race. There's so many characters that don't have to be whatever race that they are. You know what I'm saying? And when you're the minority, it is more fair to turn white characters to any person of color because there's less of them. Especially so when they whoop that bullshit of, oh, well, how can we turn a black character white? Why would you do that? You're already running the gambit. That's bullying. That's fucked up. You hear me? So, like, it just had me have that moment of, oh, shit, it's one of those moments. But, editor comes in, and he basically lays the news on everybody that whole month's edition is not going to print.
Yeah, this motherfucker walks in with death on his fucking face, man. You already know it's bad news.
The owner said the whole edition for the month, son, ain't about to print. And my nigga Benny figures it out because of his goddamn story about a black man, and that is ridiculous.
I mean, it is. It felt like it was partially because of I don't know. I mean, how I guess would he hear about the incident with the cops?
But they said, but that's the thing, because I thought that for a second until they framed it. His coworkers framed it as the cops beat the shit out of him. Yeah. Not that he had a fight with the cops.
Right, fair enough.
Because if they just had to frame he had a fight with the cops, I was about to say, oh yeah, because that's what I was thinking in the back of my mind too. Damn, they cut this man's story because of that fight with the cops. But everybody's looking at him like the victim, so that made me go, okay, then
that's probably, yeah.
If anything, he should get some more pity. And what?
Yeah, no, that's all. That's all. My idea has escaped me. It's gone.
And I think I'm about to start this scene a little further. Y'all just gotta hear this scene, people. Like this speech, starting I guess from when he realizes what it is just amazing. Like I said, well, man, just check it.
Oh, it's about my story, isn't it? That's what this is all about. He didn't.
Pause. Y'all heard that man voice though? It's about my story, isn't it? That is what it is all about.
I want to steal his voice box.
Nigga.
I want to publish my story. And we all know why. Because my hero is a colored man.
Hey, this magazine belongs to Mr. Stone. If he doesn't want to publish this month, we don't publish this month. End of story.
That doesn't make it right, and you know it.
Don't tell me what I know. Besides, it's not about what's right. It's about what is.
Boom. That's a big statement.
And I'm afraid I've got some more bad news for you, Benny. Mr. Stone has decided that your services are no longer required here.
What? You're firing me?
I have no choice, Benny. It's his decision.
Well, you can't fire me. I quit. To hell with you. And to hell with Stone!
Try to stay calm, Benny.
No, I'm tired of being calm. Calm never got me a damn thing.
I'm warning you, Benny. If you don't stop this, I'm going to call the police.
You go ahead. Call them. Call anybody you want. They can't do anything to me. Not anymore. And nor can any of you. I'm a human being. Damn it. You can deny me all you want, but you cannot deny Ben Sisko exists. That future, that space station, all those people, they exist in here. In my mind, I created it. And every one of you know it. You read it. It's here. You hear what I'm telling you? You can pop a story, but you cannot destroy an idea. Don't you understand? That's ancient knowledge. You cannot destroy an idea. That future, I created it, and it's real. Don't you understand? It is real. I created it, and it's real. It's real. Oh, God.
Oh my God. That scene, that speech, bruh. When he hit that ground crying, I started crying. That's when the tear hit me. I was like, oh my God, everything he's saying was so real. I was fucked up. And it just felt like, man, it was so much happening in that moment. Like I said, this whole black experience. Even when that man told this man, I'm going to call the police, knowing that the police just whooped his ass a couple of weeks ago. Remind me of all these hashtag hoes we got today that use the police as a weapon, knowing they killing black kids in the street. How dare you? You know what I mean? Tell me you gonna call the police on me knowing that's the context of the day. How dare you tell this man you gonna call police on him knowing he just got his ass whooped by them, dog, and been in a fucking at home in the hospital and all that shit, dog. That right there before we even got into the speech. Like, I was like, you motherfucker. So then when you get into the whole deepness of, man, you can't stop an idea. It exists because it was in my head. It was real. You can never destroy an idea. You can destroy a man. You can destroy this. You can destroy that. You cannot stop a fucking idea. That, bruh, great writing, great acting, great directing, great all that shit, dog. I was like, God damn it, man. I ain't never even watched you act before. And this one episode got me wanting to just follow you, nigga. Like, what else? Besides the space shit. But what else do you do? What else do you do, sir?
I'm intrigued about the space shit.
I mean, before I would have turned Deep Space Nine off if it came on TV. Now, I'll let it ride.
I'll let it play.
But I'm also not about to be on Netflix binging it like I binge shit I binge.
Yeah, now my actual execution of binging this or even watching more episodes, can't make no.
They got to be all referrals from Larry Universe.
Yeah.
L-Dubs is going to let us know, like, look, go watch this one. Watch this one. If it's like anything you refer, I'll check out because you took your time to refer it.
Yeah.
But...
And this one was I think it felt very carefully selected, perfect for us, if you will.
Perfect for us.
Yeah.
So after he has that breakdown, he comes back to the future. He wakes up in the ambulance, and the creepy preacher daddy dude is there, and everything comes back. He's back in space. He's back on the ship. They let him know that he was freaking dreaming, and yeah, man, we start getting to the denouement of sorts, and again, now that gets to that question you had earlier about whether this was what's the interpretation of where it lands in the end, and that comes because of this other speech that Captain Ben Sisko has with his father,
right?
And his father has a Bible quote, and that fucks him up because he never heard his father say a Bible quote. Now remember, the same actor that plays his father on the ship was the preacher father guy in his dream. So if, on some freaking not serendipity, I don't know the word, but on some meta shit in a weird way, he like, what was real? It made him question reality. So then they start talking about, this crazy dream that he had. And just check him out.
But I have begun to wonder, what if it wasn't a dream? What if this life we're leading, all of this, you and me, everything, what if all of this is the illusion?
That's a scary thought.
I know. But maybe, just maybe, Benny isn't the dream. We are. Maybe we're nothing more than figments of his imagination. For all we know, at this very moment, somewhere far beyond all those distant stars, Benny Russell is dreaming of us.
Yeah. So it leaves you in the wonderment, and the genius of it as well is the meta-ness of it. And it ends with him looking into the space, and when he's looking into the stars, he sees a reflection of himself as Benny Russell. Yeah. And it even plays with your brain anymore of, is Benny Russell real? And Deep Space Nine on some meta shit is all in his head, or did the captain just have a crazy-ass fever dream? And the big meta thing of everything is, you're watching a fictional story when they pose this question. So off the dump, the question is answered. It's fiction. It's some writer's dream, but I think the layers upon the mind fuckery of it makes this episode, I hope it won an award, because it's like a classic episode of a show that I don't watch, so maybe I have no business saying if it's classic or not, but I feel like in the annals of TV, it's a classic episode of television for any genre.
It was successful. It was successful in every way, I think, because we are non-watchers of the series or the shows.
And it still brought us in.
Yeah, it still got a positive reaction out of both of us. So, I mean, even if it's not a classic, it's definitely one of the better ones.
Well, you love it. Did you think it was a dream, or did you think... I would rather it be the captain dreaming, because Any black man in the 1950s, dog, I don't want my... that sucks. That sucks that he's dreaming about this shit that can never be his reality, and that's the tragedy and the irony of so much of it. So I would rather think on the positive end of, nope, nigga, black nigga in the future, I'm a captain with Jamp. Like, I'd rather leave with that being the truth.
You know, I'm one of those people where certain things I don't necessarily have to know. Now, with you in this, or with your sentiments, I do agree. I would like it if it was a fever dream by the captain.
Yeah.
I would very much so enjoy that. But I'm also sick in the head. So I like that eeriness of, well, what if they are just carrying out something like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with not knowing if that fucking totem stops spinning. I'm okay. You know what I'm saying?
Stay back, Shalaman. Shalaman, stay back, Shalaman.
I'm saying.
Because it's so funny. We just talked about Glass, and that's what Glass did. Glass gave many of us an ending that we don't want. Even if your ending made some sense, it does. We didn't want that. And that's sometimes what writers can get in their own way. Whereas, like, sometimes give us what we want. Because I've been listening to a few different podcasts about Glass. If we could just take a sidebar on Glass right quick. Okay. And a lot of white boys like it and a lot of black boys don't. And it's funny. The black podcast is like, you know, on our code, like, picking out the things that we like. What the fuck, this part and such. Even the name of the overseer, the white boy's like, awesome name. And I was like, oh yeah, that name is a different context for you. Okay. But
yeah, and that's probably not the first place that their head goes.
No, it's not.
Now, granted, I want to say they called them that maybe 2 or maybe 3 times.
There's not anyone listening, there's not a black person on earth that's going to hear the word or the term overseer and their brain not go into slavery first.
I didn't go, not the first time.
Not the first time. I can't hear it without going.
I want to say the second time though. I don't know if it had to be. It was when Sam Jackson said it over the loudspeaker. That's what I was just kind of like.
Coming from a black man voice?
Yeah, I guess. and then I'm like, I started catching Django flashbacks and shit, and I'm just like, this isn't where my head's supposed to be at right now. But he did just say overseer, did he not?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yes,
I'm
he
like,
did.
Oh.
But
that's a poor choice.
Right. But one thing they were saying was people had these high expectations, like for a Marvel film, since it was a Blumhouse production, they should have understood that they didn't have all the money to do all the spectacle, like maybe even going to the. And I'm like, dude, even if y'all didn't have the money, that's not the exactly. It's not the problem, because even if the movie decided that it was going to end where it ended, before they could even get to the big fight at the end, the way that you went about certain choices, like how you killed David Dunn, like how premature you killed the Horde, like how unceremoniously you killed Glass. You know what I mean? That's the word. They were so important, but they all died so unceremoniously. It hurts your whole world that you created. You put them on pedestals, you built them up, and you didn't even give them a proper send-off.
I didn't ask for this fucking movie. And if your goal was to get everyone up out of bed to kill them,
right,
in this fashion,
more importantly,
stop.
Because I can
just don't do it anymore. Because every time you get back in our good graces, or I don't know, let's just call it mine.
I'm going to say our.
Our, okay, cool. And whenever you get back in our good graces, you always find a way to fuck it up.
Yep.
It's just like you a habitual fucker. Like, you're going to keep doing it.
You're a fuck it upper.
You're a fuck it upper. You're going to do it again. And then you're going to come back and do some other great shit, string of shit. And then you're going to string some other shit together. And it's just, I don't want to do this anymore.
I understand.
I quit.
I understand why the certain nerds like this film, because once again, why we say I was on the ride until that part. That's a lot of movie I was on the ride for before they fuck it up. You hear me? So I understand why on certain merits why some of you nerds like, man, you liked it. But once again, personally for us, man, if you're gonna do all that,
no.
If you're gonna do all, because once again,
I'm a different creature. I
can take them dying, yeah. I can take them. No
scenario.
I could. Because the thing, if you only want to make 3 movies, if you only want to make 3 films, I can see them dying.
Did I say? I don't know if I
said not how he did it.
But if if Bruce Willis died in that pool before he bust that shit open, if he just fucking died there, and old boy climbed out and was. I wouldn't take. I still wouldn't take him dying.
No, I wouldn't take him dying like that.
I still wouldn't take him dying Black Widow into death.
There's still a world, because the thing is this, dog. Kevin's death was fire. Him going through all those personalities as he died, I think that is how he should have died. Eventually, but not like that. Not there. I think that was a cool way to die. They're the villains.
Not
the villains ain't gonna live. I don't like the way that you kill. I don't like the way that you kill Sam. Like, even though I understand his bones are nothing, etc. But like, you could have did it in such a more grander fashion. And for it to be just like that, a henchman drowning my nigga in a puddle. A fucking puddle. I won't let that go. You know what I mean? The Beast getting one shot on some random, and Samuel getting a fucking
randomly little fake Black Widow was there, and she brings him out.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. I mean, but I brought this up because we said all this on the episode. Sorry. But I would stand by no you motherfuckers thinking that, because they're trying to say that people had these grandiose ideas and they didn't judge the movie for what it was. They judged the movie for what they wanted. And I'm like, that's not always the case, because many times we go see a movie we think it's going to be, and then they wind up doing something different, and the motherfucker like what they do. Yeah. What you did here logically did not feel good. It did not make sense. You know what I mean? I can understand you wanting to have this grandiose killing them and such, but there's a better way instead of what you did. Even how you let us know about the Secret Service was bullshit.
I want to give him, you know what, and I don't think
Secret Society.
That's what I probably wrote down that I didn't get to say, is that I want to give him credit for having the balls to do what Marvel is pretending to fucking do. And that's kill off the fucking hero.
I mean, again,
like, granted, like you said,
I can take it in the way that you do it.
Could. I could not.
Because again, imagine if right after that situation, like we said on the previous episode, they got away, but some kind of way there was this epic battle. It don't have to even be at where they say it could be someplace else. You know what I mean? Yeah. But they had this motherfucking epic battle, and like David Dunn, because there should have been another thing in peril. Like, what if there was some random woman, some girl that he had hidden somewhere that nobody even knew about, or that even Elijah knew about, or something? I don't fucking know. Epic, another fight between Bruce and old boy. Their fights don't have to be, it's just a nice ass fight. Bruce sustained some injuries, you know what I'm saying? But he wins the fight. Let's say even if they fall on a bridge and they fall off the bridge, but Bruce choke his ass out in the water, but then he dies in the water too. Some random weird shit. I would have took it because it's just something that fits the crime. He should not die by henchmen. You feel me? Glass didn't even have to necessarily die.
Thing. Glass did not have to die. And then to kill him, though,
with a pinch to the stomach.
Not even that. Okay, so now here's maybe where we differ. I can deal with him dying exactly the way he died. If
you put some
he showed up earlier, instead of 45 minutes to an hour in, or the comatose version where he's fucking.
Son, I could follow. No, the thing is, I could follow all that, dog. When I have the problem with the way he died, it's you didn't know that it was the death blow. It was such an afterthought thing. Your boy ran up on him. I'm gonna grab you right here. Oh, next thing, and then that's the thing that kills him. You know what I mean? A piece of me still felt like he might live through this. You know,
I thought he might too. Yeah, for a second.
It didn't feel like a death blow. Like now, the Beast would have stood over him and stomped his chest in. I'd be like, oh, he's not surviving. But that little pinch, and then I'm moving on. Understand from the Beast, and because of his situation, it's going to do more damage. Logically, I understand. But as a filmmaker, you didn't present that in a proper context. Even if it would have been a grab like that, you showed that in a different way. You have Samuel Jackson react in a different way. It's such a frustrating ending that I would not let you motherfuckers make the cop out. Oh, they didn't have enough money. No, it had nothing to do with the money that we have an issue. And I would never want to see Superman killed by a random Amanda Waller soldier. You know what I mean? But whatever, man. We can rant about this forever. Yeah. We can rant about this forever, dog. Like, cause you almost had a perfect goddamn trilogy, dog. I love Unbreakable. I love Split. And I love a good grand 90% of, I'm gonna say, about 85% of motherfucking Glass. You didn't stick the landing. You Shalamaned up, and that's where I'm leaving.
How do you yourself this up?
Because he loves it, dog. Some people they love the twist. Fuck the twist. Fuck all them twists.
Man, this ain't gonna lead to more movies. And then he's done with this phase.
He said totally done.
Section. Yeah,
and I
good.
fuck this. But anyway, we better get about this bitch, dog. Yeah, we like, no, I just got frustrated again, dog. Because,
I know, right?
Because, dude, he was ahead of his time with Unbreakable. With this, so he deconstructed the superhero lore before superhero lore was as popular as it is now.
Maybe he really wasn't ahead of his time. Maybe
Unbreakable was ahead of his time, dog. It still plays now.
Like if I don't know, then he fell and hit his head. Then
he fucked up because all the themes of Unbreakable still play. They still play.
They still do, but then when you watch this one, it's just like bam, 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 bam. Comics, bam, bam, bam. Villains, comics, bam, bam, bam. This is the thing. This is the thing. This is where they draw little squiggly confusion signs over your head.
I'd have took that if it was. I'd have took that if you didn't beat me over the head with like you said, you have a comic book condition. You want to be a superhero. Read comic books. I'm like, dude, can she stop saying comic books because it's making it feel stupid?
Yeah, Sarah Paulson.
But once again,
Sarah Paulson face.
It's a whatever. It's a trilogy. It's whatever.
Oh, did I tell you that you ruined Sandra Bullock for me?
Look at her fucking nose, man.
Yeah, that's what it. Like all I can think of is Michael Jackson.
Son, I swear.
When I see it now, I'm like, oh shit! I tried to watch Ocean's 8.
I like Ocean's 8.
I like it, but I'm like, nothing's wrong. But I can't not see what she said now.
Bro,
no matter what.
I hope she eats pussy, dog, because with a nose like that.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just leave it at that.
Oh, shit.
This that actor guy. Evil Marty. Martin Bass Bradford. At Mr. Bats. All your social media platforms. Spell that Mr. out if you're going to find this Marty. Hit us up at reviewing dat.
Shit.
Reviewing dat at gmail.com because we will review. We review anything that you send to us. You have the FlyWithBats Podcast at FlyWithBats at gmail.com because we want you to be part of the conversation. And shouts out to Sandra Bullock, her nose, and everything else.
Yeah. The shout very low. Don't want to hit it.
Sometimes, like, since I'm still trying to get it in this acting game, sometimes I wonder, like, if I'm going to wind up working with some of these people that I crack on. Like a Bow Wow, like a Killmonger.
Yeah, you're going to have
like,
to marry her
like Khalil, even though I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain cats, because, like, I've worked with people that I never thought I'd work with. And there's certain cats, so you never know who you're going to end up working with. And certain people that I didn't talk some shit about, I'm like, man.
Oh, just know, ladies and gentle germs, if, never mind, I'm not going to say it. Yeah.
I said that a whole evil monologue in his head.
I did. I had an evil moment in my head. I was like, you can't tell anybody about this one. Well, maybe off mic. No lie.
Shouts out to L-Dub. Shouts out to L-Dub for having us watch this episode, man. We finally did it.
Shout out to Larry Universe.
Larry Universe.
There's a phrase that is catching on, everybody. We're not giving that up. But you can find me, Marty, MartyEdwards, Edwards 504 on Instagram, Twitter, and Snap at the chat. Also go to lowrainpictures.com where I co-host a show there with, what's his name? The Larry Universe. But check out, man. That nigga listens too. Wait till you.
Oh, he has to listen to this one. This is his episode.
This nigga listened to the last one. He's like, yeah, nigga, since I'm long-winded. Oh, so you listened. All right, well, this is no longer a safe space. That's my nigga, though. That's my dude. Anyway, you can find us there, like, rate, share. If you give us a 5-star review on iTunes, we'll read that bad boy on the show, no matter what you say. So,
and that goes for all of our podcasts.
Yeah, come on now.
You like, you share, you comment, you give the 5 stars. We'll run your shit. Now, if you say bad shit, we will read it, but then we're going to crack back at you.
Yeah, but we're not responsible for a response.
Yeah.
We will, flame you.
Yeah, we're gonna clap back, we're gonna clap back, we're gonna clap back.
Yeah, like Fire Festival, baby. We going to war.
Oh.
Shoot. Fire Festival. Anyway.
wait, what's Fire Festival?
Fire Festival, that's the festival that Ja Rule was part of that never happened.
All right, I thought I was tripping. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw an article about that. So yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it today. Well, I've seen the Netflix documentary. I have to see the Hulu one, which is the one that everybody really likes. They like the Hulu one. Apparently, that one moves a lot faster, and it's a little more humorous in it, but it has a lot more dirt.
Right.
I'm looking forward to watching that one too. It's at first you want to laugh, like when you hear about sort of how these rich motherfuckers had so much disposable income and just got taken for it, and then you kind of see the chucklehead with one of the most punchable faces on the face of the earth. Let me tell you, when you see what he did and how he did it, it's sort of like it just pisses you off. It's like no matter who it was that got taken, the shit just wasn't right, and it's baffling that it went on. It's like you can't make this shit up, but then it's like somehow this imbecile is on camera. Yeah. So there's very little room to deny.
And the documentary is about this festival or about Murder Inc.?
About the festival.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because it sounds like how Murder Inc. went out too, goddammit.
Oh, man, no. That's
a story.
Oh, yeah, that's another one, man. They'd probably never let that documentary be made. But,
nah, niggas will die.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's one definitely I recommend. I wanted to get the Netflix one out the way first because that's the one everybody was least excited about. So,
yeah,
but it was still very informative, and to find out that there's another documentary out about the exact same thing with more information. Actually, I'm excited to kind of jump into that one now. You know what I'm saying? I got the homework out of the way. Now it's time for the fun part.
We're so old that now niggas in our childhood have documentaries about them. Fuck. That's where we are.
I was a fucking
we watch these niggas come in the game.
Dollars.
Right. And now they're out of the game with documentaries.
Wow.
Just remember that.
But he...
Because he ain't even the only one. This documentary is a lot of niggas we grew up with.
So something about him in this documentary, dude. He is like the loudest nigga in every fucking meeting that was sort of taped, right? He the loudest nigga, like, we got a billion smart people on this phone right now. Let's try to figure out a solution.
He go from that Dame Dash school of business.
Yeah. And when it came down to like, I don't know, just fucking paying attention to what was going on in front of him, like to the day-to-day, just even checking in, he would have known that this shit was destined to fail. Well, granted, old boy was lying to everybody too, so who knows what he was being told over the phone, because he was never there for the day-to-day stuff. But when everything went to shit, and like before, when they're shooting these promo videos and stuff, he's like the loudest motherfucker in the room. Like, they're chilling one night, and he just runs up and is like, you know what would be a dope shot is if you girls run into the water and it's, it's gonna be all smoke, it's gonna sell a lifestyle and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, he's just the loudest nigga in the room. It's like, my idea is the best idea. And then when everything goes to shit, he's looking at everybody else like, what? Why can't anybody find a solution? And I'm like, you loud nigga, why can't you find a solution? Anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, but Fire Festival, you should watch it. Recommended it a second time. Hit it.
My nigga sold that bitch.
But it's fun.
Got this man sound like Cookie Monster. Why can't none of y'all get a solution? Like, damn.
Dude, there's this dude named Billy. He's a fucking asshole, dude. And you'll grow to hate him. If you have Netflix and Hulu, man, this is the perfect 1-2 punch. Now granted, it did take me 2 sittings to get through, maybe 3, to get through the Netflix one. So I'm hoping that I have more success with the Hulu one. We'll see. But yeah, I definitely, recommend.
I'll try to remember to watch it. Yeah. I'm hearing Killer Mike got this tight ass documentary or TV show or something on Netflix.
Yeah, I saw it. I was
Trigger Warning is the name of it, I think.
Yeah, Trigger Warning with Killer Mike or something like that.
You know, a lot of people I know say it's tight, so it's making me want to give it a shot.
What is it about? Exactly?
I have no fucking clue. I just keep seeing people post about it. Oh, this is so good, or you need to watch it, and I have no clue what it's about. So I say, okay, I think that's one I'm gonna keep on my radar to give a little look-see to.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, we don't even know we're reviewing next week. Just stay tuned. We're gonna have something.
Yeah.
Or we gotta do Castle Rock or something.
Castle Rock.
At least an episode or two of Castle Rock. I don't know. I'm not making
Black Lightning though too. Though.
I ain't making no promises. Just know
we got Black Lightning, man.
We'll be goddamn back. Goddamn it. Yeah. But this was fun, man. Once again, write in. Let us know what y'all want us to watch. I can't wait to see what y'all send in, man. Till next time.
Good job, L-Dubs.
Good job. Good job. Till next round, people.
Peace.